let everybody know, and for viewers around the world, we are now live streaming on the World Wide Web. So, as we always say, don't be becoming an overnight sensation. Cover your modesty, but let it be in the changing village. So 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies, your warm-up is now finished. Please clear the pool. And that includes you, Megan. Stand down would be better. As always, keep noisy. Thanks, ladies. Not one lady climbed over the timing boards, so you beat the boys hands down. Thank you for your cooperation. Play that pool as quick as we can. We'll get everything in place and we'll start as quick as we can.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to everybody on the World Wide Web. Everybody here in the Lancashire Aquatic Centre. If you want to tweet us, you can do on @SwimLancashire, #LancashChamp17. Let us know wherever you are in the world, whether you're anywhere around the Britain or anywhere across the world. Just let us know, and if we get time, we'll try and read out your tweets. So just before we get underway this afternoon, I'd like to welcome to everybody here at the Manchester Aquatic Centre here on day 4, session 8 of the County Championships for 2017. These championships can only take place with the freely given time and efforts of our volunteers. The organisers would like to thank them for their hard work before, during and after the swimming, ensuring that all events are as trouble-free as possible. Thanks also given to the management and staff of the Manchester Aquatic Centre for their cooperation and support. This venue is a no-smoking venue, which includes the use of electronic cigarettes. To protect the environment, we'd ask you that all rubbish be placed in litter bins provided, whether on poolside or in the spectators' gallery. For your safety and comfort, we advise that you do not leave any property unattended, as the centre staff will remove anything when it's left unattended. The events for this afternoon are in 8:01, the men's 10 years and over 50 metres freestyle. 8:02, the women's 10 years and over 50 metres butterfly. 8:03, the men's 10 years and over 100 metres butterfly. And 8:04, the women's 10 years and over 200 metres freestyle. These will be followed by the finals from 8:05 to 8:11 of the men's 50 metres freestyle. 8:12 to 8:18 will be the finals of the women's 50 metres butterfly. And then to finish off, we'll have the finals in events 8:19 to 8:25 of the men's 100 metres butterfly. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of fair play, we would ask that you switch off or set to silent all mobile phones or pages. If one should activate or sound at the start of a race, it may jeopardise a competitor's position. We also ask for silence and no flash photography once the swimmers have been called to the box. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto poolside your team of technical officials. referees for today is Helen Whittle and Kath Cotton. And our starter for this afternoon's session is Nick Doughty. Officials, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, the competition will commence in just a few minutes. Our first event this afternoon is event 801, which is the event
In charge of the 5 from Garstang, Jack Fullstone from the American from 6, and 7, Max Bradley from the City of Salford. And storming off through the first 25 metres, Jack Fullstone from the Barracudas has taken a good 2-3 metre lead. Only in second place by Meg Clayton. And it is in lane 6. Jack Fullstone finishes in 34.19 from lane 4, Ethan Coleman, 36.48. And John second place with Eagle Meg Clayton over lane 2. Just wait for that to be confirmed on board. Which it is now, and we'll move on to heat 2. Lane 1, Christian Sims from Southport, 2, Daniel Cameron from Aquabears, Harrison Knight 3 from Ormskirk, Ernest Collinson from Garstang in 4, Will Trelford from City of Manchester in 5, Ruben Boyle in 6 from Blackburn, 7, Sean Skelly from Ormskirk, and George Worby in 8 from Carnforth. And 3 even as we go through the first 25 metres, and we just runs 2 and 7, over to Shannon coming through now in lane 3. Harrison Knight from Ormskirk. Is he going to get the touch? He does. 34.68 from lane 2, Daniel Cameron from Aquabears. In third place, lane 4. And that result is confirmed on the board. On to heat number 3. JJ Watling from Blackpool Aquatics in 3, Ethan Nesbitt from Pioneer in 4. In lane 5, Matthew Buxton from the Isle of Man, Jaden Birch from Clitheroe in 6, Harvey Kinnear from Preston in 7, and Luke Found from Holden in 8. And who's got off to that fast start? Probably lane 5, Matthew Buxton. And over in lane 1, pulling through Jean Gow. Into the last 5 metres, who's going to get the touch? Is it going to be 4 or 5? It's lane 5, Matthew Buxton, 34.76 from 34.82, Jamie Gow in lane 1. And that result will be posted on the board very shortly, and there it is, and we're on to heat number 4.
As we get the team before and away, we've got Joe Perkins from Old Aquatics. And 2, Batty from Old Metro. And 3, Ziggy Stanley from Old Aquatics. And 4, Kieran Flanagan from Old Metro. And 5, Tom Anderson from Carnforth. And 6, Alex Brayschool from Old Barracudas. And 7, William Jackson from Ormskirk. And in lane 8, Panagiotis Angelakis from the Isle of Man. It's lane 1. Joe Birtles, who takes the touch, 32.86. Apologize for this pronunciation of lane 5. So in lane 1 we've got Riley Dickinson from City of Manchester, Jane Wilkinson from Preston in 2, Connor Hartley from City of Salford in 3. Lane 4, Leonardo Defort from the Isle of Man, Frankie Roberts from the Liverpool Penguins in 5, Thomas Boylett from Southport in 6, Emerald Dawkins from Preston in 7, and Robbie Bishop from Southport in 8. So it's lane 3, Connor Hartley. Maybe even lane 6. And here's Thomas Boylett from Southport, 33.07. And here's confirmation of the results. Heat number 6. So off we go. In lane number 1 we've got Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best, Josie Cairns, Leyland Barracudas, Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 4, Nathan Lockett, City of Salford, Thomas O'Donnell from Southport in 5, Callum Rolling from Southport in 6, Mark Thompson from Bolton Metro in 7, and Bailey Crowley from Fleetwood in lane number 8. And it looks as though it's lane number 7. And lane number 4, Nathan Lockett and Mark Thompson. Who's going to get the touch? It could have been. It's going to be Nathan Lockett from City of Salford. I'll wait for the confirmation of that result. And there we have it. Heat 7.
Luke Rowcliffe from Blackpool Aquatics in lane 1, Ace Barrow from Carnforth in 2, Jack Parkinson from Fleetwood in 3, and Isaac Buckler in 4 from Blackburn. Joshua Walker in 5 from the City of Manchester, 2 Carnforth swimmers, Owen Heathcote Jones in 6 and Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks in 7. And in 8 we have Ryan Potter from Blackpool Aquatics, but it looks to be lane 3, Jack Parkinson from Fleetwood that's got off to a flyer. Fighting back is lane 4, Isaac Buckler, and maybe over there in lane number 8, Ryan Potter, but who's going to get that vital touch? It's lane 3, Jack Parkinson, 32 seconds exactly, followed by Isaac Buckler from Blackburn there in 2nd place. And that result is confirmed on the board. We're on to heat 8. Quickly. Lane 1, Nathan Clare from the City of Manchester, Max Delaney from Leyland Barracudas in 2, Jake Christen from Stratford in 3, Nathan Orr from City of Salford in 4, in 5, Robert Little from Leyland Barracudas, 2 City of Salford swimmers, 6 Josie Stout and 7 Miles Flanagan, and in lane 8 we have Jake Dober from Wigan Best. Very even across the pool as we enter the last 15 metres. Maybe lanes 2 and lanes 5 and lane 7, very hard to tell from here, but getting that touch is going to be lane 4, Nathan Orr from the City of Salford. Just edges out, Jake Christen from Stratford, and that result is confirmed on the board. On to heat 9. Oliver Colville in lane 1 from Preston, Vanning Bosch from City of Liverpool 2, Jacob Scott, Wigan Best 3, Samuel Curran, Pioneer 79 in 4, Reece Griffiths from Aquabears in 5, and Hassan Solomon from Everton in 6, 7 Johnny Gibbs from Preston, and Tobias Easton from Lancaster in 8. And certainly off to a flyer in lanes 2 and 3. That's Vanning Bosch and Jacob Scott, having a good swim all weekend, and maybe coming through in lane 1 is Oliver Colville, but as we enter the last 5 metres, who's going to get it? Maybe lane 6. It's not. It's Vanning Bosch in lane number 2, 30.92, and Jacob Scott just behind him 1/10 of a second from Wigan Best. That result's confirmed on the board. Heat 10.
Go. In lane number 1 we've got Ewan Blackwell from Carnforth, Bailey Boyd Austin from Aquabears, Harry Walsh from Aquabears, Jamie Clayton from Burnley Aquatics, Luca Morelli from Blackpool Aquatics, Benjamin Horton from City of Manchester, Alex Volkovoy from the City of Salford, and Tobias Pilkington from Burnley Aquatics. And it looks like Bailey Boyd and Rustin from Aquabes in lane number 2. It is 30.36. Wait for the confirmation. There we go. Heat number 11. And in lane number 1 we've got Joe Arcangelo from Charlie Marlins, George Cookson from Carnforth, Samuel Woods from Southport, Joshua King from Bolton Metro, Miles Paul from City of Salford, Patrick Donnelly from Everton, Isaac Quarry from Lancaster, and Samuel Murphy from Blackburn. And it looks as though it's Miles Paul from the City of Salford, and it's going to be between him and Joe Arcangelo from the Charlie Marlins. Who's going to get the touch? It's not, it's Patrick Donnelly from Everton. 30.38 from Miles Paul and Joe Arcangelo. And we have the result, Heat 12. So in Heat 12 we've got Bradley Snaylor, Leyland Barracudas, Gabriel Taylor-Rimmer from Bolton Metro, Liam Carey, St Helens, Benjamin Granger, Isle Man, Toby Ronson from City of Manchester, Patrick Braddock from Oldham Aquatics, Oliver Taylor, City of Manchester, and Zach Walmsley from Blackburn. Just to announce we have a disqualification in Heat 11, lane number 8. That's a disqualification in Heat 11, lane number 8. As we come into the finish, it looks like Gabriel Taylor-Rimmer. 30 seconds dead. And the confirmation of that result, Heat 13.
Daniel Leach in 1 from Lancaster, 2 Spencer Craig from Burnley Aquatics, Fraser Cook from Southport in 3, Joseph Cameron Mansour from Crosby in 4, Tyrese Smith in 5 from Liverpool, Jack Porter in 6 from Leyland Barracudas, Charles Kelly in 7 from Southport, and in 8 Ruben Rebotham Keating from Stratford. Who's going to be the first man to go under 30 seconds? It may be Joseph Cameron Mansour in lane number 5. Is he going to make it? Just 29.16, first man under 30 seconds. And with Tyrese Smith, who finished second in 29.85, and that result is confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to Heat 14. Lane 1 we have William Nyangu from Bolton Metro, Adam Tabernacle from Preston in 2, James Bosworth from Aquabers in 3, Harry Robinson from Pioneer in 4, 3 Southport swimmers in 5, 6 and 7, they're Edward Whittingmore and Mason Galley, and in 8 we have Liam Gallagher from City of Salford.
And off we go. In Heat 16, Jack Sheffield from City of Salford in 1, Adam Bond from Prescott in 2, Ewan Denton from Everton in 3, Russell Chavez, Salford in 4, Jake Whitson from Ormskirk in 5, Daniel Johnson from Prescott in 6, Ian Forth from Blackburn in 7, and One-Eye Tam from City of Manchester in 8. And it's our lane 4, Russell Chavez, maybe even lane 1. It's Jake Whitson from Ormskirk, 29.15. And there's confirmation of the result, Heat 17. Robert Brew from Wigan Best in 1, Sam Corson from Norwich in 2, Thomas McCarthy, City of Salford in 3, Anthony Coles from Everton in 4, Alex Keegan, Garston in 5, and Luke Adams from City of Salford in 6, Ryan McGreevy from Fleetwood in 7, Thomas Duxbury from Bolton Metro in lane number 8. It looks as though it might be lane number 2. Sam Corson from Horwich. It is 28.24. Try and sort out that technical issue with the start. Just a reminder, you can get all your live results on the Swim Lancashire website, that's swimlancashire.org.uk. And also tweet us at Swim Lancashire, hashtag LanchChamp17.
Or if you know of anybody watching from far afield, let us know and we'll give them a shout out. South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Dubai. I've come from far afield, some exotic places.
Nobody from the US. Nobody from the US. Just,
No, nobody from America. Mind you, they're still asleep.
So if there's anybody from the US that is watching us at this moment in time, they are around about 5 hours behind us, Eastern Time. Canada.
Let's get underway.
And then we've got Heat 17. Heat 18. David Fletcher from Fleetwood in lane 1, Craig McNeil from Manchester North West District Association in 2, Max Charlie Collins from Garston in 3, Dominic Testus O'Neill from Ramsbottom in 4, Zach Smith Shelley from Burnley Aquatics in 5, Matthew Rooney from Everton in 6, Hugo Snowden from Clitheroe in 7, and James McGinn from Ormskirk in lane 8. It could be 7, it could be, he's going to be on the touch. It's lane number 6, Matthew Rooney from Everton, 22 the lead. And as a result, Heat 19.
Words are speeding up faster as we go into the latter heats. Cal McKenna in 1 from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2, Samuel Case from Clitheroe. Pioneers 79's Thomas Baines in 3. Elliot Warwick from Liverpool Penguins in 4. Daniel Lee in 5 from Everton. And Thomas Silk in 6 from Crosby. Carrick Thompson from the Isle of Man in 7. And Jude Gibson in 8 from the City of Manchester. I'm really going well. He's lane 6. Thomas Silk from Crosby. He's been having a great weekend and he's put in a storm here. And he's going to finish it in 26.89. Fantastic swim. Second is Carrick Thompson from the Isle of Man, 27.84, but a great swim there from Thomas, and that result is confirmed on the board. And we're on to Heat 20. Lane 1, Gianotto Venice from City of Manchester, Ben Clark Davison from Bolton Metro in 2, Alice Kirk from City of Manchester in 3, in 4, Samuel Ellis from Ormskirk, Joseph Chappelle from Fleetwood in 5, Marcus Robinson from Lancaster in 6, Mason Barnsley Fowler from Leyland Barracudas in 7, and Ben McAvoy from the City of Salford in 8. And it is Ben McAvoy in 8 that looks like he's leading the way. Maybe the outside lane, Gianotto Venice in lane 1 as well, but who's going to get the touch? It is lane number 8, Ben McAvoy, 28 seconds exactly. And that result will be posted there on the board now, and we're on to heat number 21. Lane 1, Reeve Conley from Flixton. Cryostai, Hayden Callan from Garston in 2, Aidan Baker from Flixton in 3, Matthew Bodie up from City of Salford in 4, Callum Eastwood in 5 from Chorley Marlins, Ewan Wilson from City of Salford Next door, Rosende Dura from City of Salford in 7 and Jack Chamack from Darstang in 8. But in lane 6, it is Ewan Wilson from the City of Salford, and lane 1, Reeve Conley from Flixton. Who gets the touch? It is Reeve Conley in 1:27.7 from Ewan Wilson in lane 6, City of Salford. And that result is posted on the board, and we'll move on to heat 22.
In lane number 1, we've got Joshua Howard from Blackpool Aquatics, Spencer Beattie from Preston, Joseph Burns from Prescott, Thomas Dugdale from Carnforth, Isaac Brennan from Bolton Metro, John Rasmussen from Liverpool Penguins, Ellis Cleworth from City of Liverpool, and Ben Gregory from Blackburn. It looks as though it's going to be Thomas Dugdale. And week 4, it is 27.11 from Carnforth. We'll wait for the confirmation of that result. There we have it, heat 23. So in lane 1, Crompton from Clitheroe, Matthew Armstrong from Flixton, Harry Rowlands from Leyland Barracudas, Rio Quarry from Preston, Kieran Tattersall from Ramsbottom, Rory Lees from Ashton under Lyne, Samuel Butterworth from Ramsbottom, and Ethan Scotton from Ormskirk. It could be lane 1. So Jacob Crompton or Kieran Tattersall. It's between those two. It is Kieran Tattersall, 27.60. And there's confirmation of the result, heat 24. So in lane number 1, we've got Jerry Swindlehurst from Blackburn, Alex Dunn from Garston in lane 2, Cian Majai from Wigan Best in lane 3, Evan Marshall-Byrne from Swinton, Alexander Morley from City of Salford in 5, Adam Stanfield from Clitheroe in 6, Joshua Harvey from Liverpool Penguins in 7, Luke Hoey from the City of Salford in lane 8, and it looks as though it's Cian Majai from Wigan Best, and it certainly is 26.89. Confirmation of that result, 8.25.
In lane 1, Adam McKick from Bolton Metro, Burnley Aquas, Dakota Ravatali in 2, Jack Stanley from Blackburn in 3, Samuel Taylor from City of Manchester in 4, Joshua Maitland from Ormskirk in 5, Robin Austin from Carnforth in 6, also from Carnforth in 7, Benjamin Winterburn, as is Matthew Crabtree in 8. And off to a real flyer is lane 1, Adam McKick from Bolton Metro. He's fighting hard, Joshua Maitland from Ormskirk, but it looks like Adam McKick will get the touch. No, he doesn't. It's over in lane 7. They didn't notice Benjamin Winterburn sneaking up on the side, and that result is confirmed on the board. Move on to heat 26. We have Luca Tomasello from City of Manchester in 1, 2, Alfie Morris Stretford, 3, Daniel Holmes Preston, 4, Richard Mead Carnforth, Gabriel Glynn in 5 from Bolton Metro, and 6, Cameron Lamb also from Bolton Metro, 7, Dylan Van Hook from City of Salford, and in lane 8, Benjamin Makin from Pioneer 79. Hard to tell, but it's over on the far side, I think, lane 2 and lane 3, that's Alfie Morris and Daniel Holmes, but it will be down to the final touch as they come into the last 2 metres. Cameron Lamb, lane 6, Bolton Metro. Result confirmed on the board, heat 27. Lane 1, Jack Morris from Bolton Metro. Burnley Aqua's Elliot Norman in 2. Harvey Martin from Crosby in 3. Reece Corfield from City of Manchester in 4. William Camden from City of Salford in 5. Sohan Rathod from Preston in 6. And Ethan Fielding from Preston in 7. Ben Smith in 8 from City of Manchester. And it's getting harder and harder to tell who's going to get that final touch, but it does look like lane 5. William Camden's got off to a good start, as is lane 2. Elliot Norman from Burnley Aqua. Who's going to get it? It is William Camden, City of Salford, from Elliot Norman, Burnley Aquatics. 26.62, that's confirmed on the board, and we're on to heat number 28.
Heat 28, we've got in lane 1 Benjamin Gibbs, Charlie Marlins, Alexander Bradley from Lancaster in 2, Matthew Riddell, City of Manchester in 3, and his teammate Alex Hiles. In lane number 4, Thomas McKay from Burnley Aquatics in 5, Bradley Astles in 6, 7, Peter Allen from the Isle of Man, and lane 8, Jack Hardman from Pioneer 79. As we come into the last 5 metres, it's going to be Thomas McKay from Burnley Aquatics. 26.45, and there's the result, heat 29. So we've got Luke Niston in 1, Aidan Sevlin from Oldham Aquatics in 2, Joseph Kenny from Clitheroe in 3, Jack McKay-Smith from Bolton Metro in 4, Jack Bonsall from Blackpool in 5, Jacob Casey from Everton in 6, Jack Fairhurst at Isle of Man in 7, and Jack Stanley from Clitheroe. And lane 8, and it looks as though it's lane 5, Jack Bonsall from Blackpool Aquatics. He's going to touch first. It is 25.81. Heat 30. Dylan Fairclough from Blackburn in 1, Daniel Clark from Prescott in 2, Jack Huddard from Blackburn in 3, James Mooney from Bolton Metro in 4, Alexander Axford from City of Manchester in 5, Alexander Richardson from Oldham Aquatics in 6, Solomon Marr, City of Manchester in 7, and Ryan Warrener from Liverpool Penguins in lane number 8. And it looks as though it's lane number 2, Daniel Clark from Prescott. It is 25.74. Heat 31.
Lane 1, Reece Aston from Horwich, Ben Turlin from Pioneer in 2, Adam Leach from Lancaster in 3, Joshua Lambert from Blackburn in 4, Jordan O'Hara from Chorley Marlins in 5, and Aaron Bostock from Pioneer in 6. Sean Davis from Crosby in 7, and Neil Wiley from Prescott in 8. And off to a real stormer is lane 1, Reece Aston from Horwich. And lane 8 also, Neil Wiley from Prescott. It's those two outside lanes. Who's going to touch first? It's lane number 8, Neil Wiley, 25.19 from lane 1, Reece Aston from Horwich. And that result will be confirmed on the board, which it is now. And we'll move on to heat 32. Lane 1, Nathan Young from the City of Liverpool, Cameron Dunn from Prescott in 2, Matthew Walker Swinton 3, Kieran Hennessy, Ormskirk 4, Jay Dennett in 5, Nathan Lowe in 6, both from City of Salford, and Thomas Pope from Stretford in 7. And again off to a flyer is Cameron Dunn, Prescott in lane 2. He looks like he's left everybody with a clean pair of heels. He's coming to the last 5 metres. Maybe lane 4, Kieran Hennessy trying to get back on terms, but it's lane 2, Cameron Dunn, 25.4. From over in lane 6, Nathan Lowe, City of Salford. And that result is confirmed on the board. And quickly on to heat 33. Lane 1, Samuel Goldrick, City of Manchester, Matthew George, City of Salford 2, Joe Watterson, Isle of Man 3, Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 4, Nathan Bennett, City of Manchester 5, Liam Carlin, Bootham 6, Ewan McMurky at the Man 7, and Scott Provan from the City of Salford in 8. And it is Lane 3, Joe Watterson, the Isle of Man. It looks like he's leading going into the last 5 metres. People trying to get back on terms, maybe Lane 6, Liam Carlin, but it isn't. It's Joe Watterson, Isle of Man, touches in 24.43. From Nathan Bennett, 24.75 in Lane 5, City of Manchester. Results confirmed on the board, on to heat 34.
And in lane number 1 we've got Harry Pilkington, Burnley Aquatics, Thomas Manning from Blackpool Aquatics in lane 2, Callum Quigley from Oldham Aquatics in 3, Joshua Thompson from Carforth in 4, Daniel Austin from City of Salford in 5, Alex Dunk from Prescott in 6, Ali Benjes from Waven Best in 7, and Matthew Evans from the City of Manchester in lane number 8, but it looks as though it's going to be Joshua Thompson. In the last 5 metres, it is 24.27, Joshua Thompson. Heat 35. In lane number 1 we've got Keenan Young from Preston, in lane 2 Jared Armstrong from Stretford, lane 3 Brodie Hewison from the Isle of Man, lane 4 James Oxborough, Bolton Metro, lane 4 Jacob Lee from Southport in 5, Keogh Tanner from Preston in 6, and Owen O'Connor from Ormskirk in lane number 8. It's between 4 and 5, James Oxborough and Jacob Lee. It is James Oxborough, 23.88. Completes our events for 8:01. Event 8:02 is the women's 10 years and over 50 metres butterfly. There are 22 heats, and we start with heat number 1. Go in heat number 1. We have Mia Bursland from Ormskirk, Emily Elliott from Leyland Barracudas in 4, and Elise Bruns from the Liverpool Penguins, that's City of Liverpool Penguins in lane number 5. And it is Elise Bruns. Let's go out. I believe she's probably got 2-3 metres now over Emily Elliott from Leyland Barracudas. It's going to be touch and go between her and Mia. It's Emily Elliott that touches second. And there's the result, 8-2. So in lane 2 we've got Zara Borland from Southport, Amy Crompton Hesford from Wigan Best in lane 3, Alexander Prince from Blackpool Aquatics in 4, Ella Bloxage from City of Salford in 5, Holly Brown from Blackburn in 6, and Emily Picton from Wigan Best. And she's down here in lane number 7. And it's going to be Amy Crompton Hesford from Wigan Best. Coming into the last 5 metres, probably got about 2 metre lead. Ella Bloxage, 35.59. And there's the confirmation of the result, heat 3.
Sienna Rennes from Crosby in 1, and Ella Robertson 2 from Prescott. Lily Gregg in 3 from Pioneer 79, Jessica Smith in 4 from Flixton, Lily Lampearson from the City of Salford in 5. Mia Smith from Pioneer 79 in 6. Holly Borden from Gorston in 7. And in 8 we have Alex Edwards from Crosby. And making a good start in lane 1 is Sienna Renz from Crosby. And we're trying to keep on terms is lane 4. That's Jessica Smith, but coming into the last 5 metres, who's going to get the touch? It's actually lane 4, Jessica Smith from Flixton. Second place, Lily Lampearson from City of Salford, and that result is confirmed on the board and on to heat 4. We have Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best, Bootles Amelia Hunt in 2, Emily Byron from Oldham Aqua in 3, Faye Speakman from Wigan Best in 4, Eve Pendlebury from City of Salford in 5, her teammate Jessica Murray in 6, in 7 Jasmine Bracegirdle from Leyland Barracudas, and in 8 Ella Falkingham from Southport. And after a strong start, it's probably lane 4, Faye Speakman, but not a lot to choose between her and Eve Pendlebury in 5. Coming down into the final 5 metres, and maybe even lane 1, Olivia Sheehan. No, it isn't. It is lane 7, Jasmine Bracegirdle from Leyland Barracudas, but not a lot to choose between any of the girls. And that result is posted on the board. We're on to heat number 5.
Southport. Gail Mars from Stretford in lane number 2. Ella Prescott from Ormskirk in 3. Georgia Ashton from Bolton Metro in 4. Amy Grovestock from City of Salford in 5. Victoria Watts from City of Salford in 6. Lucy Metcalf from Garstang in 7. And Ellen Newton from Preston in lane number 8. And it looks as though it's Amy Grovestock. No, it's not. It's Victoria Watts from the City of Salford. 33.57, she gets the touch first from Olivia Borland. Confirmation of that heat. Heat number 6. Jessica Dealey from Prescott, Menem Sheares from Preston, in lane 2, Hattie Varley from Clitheroe in 3, Charlotte Riley from City of Salford in 4, Neve Speakman from Wigan Best in 5, Abby Wyatt, Southport in 6, Blair Richardson, Alan Mann in 7, and Rosie Lindley from Leyland Barracudas down in lane number 8, but it looks as though it's Abby Wyatt who's going to take the touch first. She does 32.48. And we have confirmation of the result. Heat 7.
Lane 1, it's Isabel Wilson from Liverpool Penguins, Ellie Fraser from City of Salford in 2. Eleanor Pressner from Southport in 3, Lindsay Jackson from Bolton Metro in 4, in 5 it's Olivia Logan from Southport, and Mary Kemp in 6 from Fleetwood, Ella Price in 7 from Alderney Hughes from Southport in lane 8. It's pretty much in line, maybe lane 1, just Isabel Wilson just pulling away ever so slightly. And coming down to the last 5 metres, is it Isabel Price that's going to get the touch? Yes, it is. 32.83 from lane 2. Ellie Fraser, City of Salford, 32.99. And that result is confirmed on the board, and we're swiftly on to heat 8. Lane 1, Charlotte Hayes from Ramsbottom, Oldham Aquatic, Charlotte Bacon in 2, Neve Knowles from Bolton Metro in 3, Lucy Turner from Clitheroe in 4, and Leanne Carey from St Helens in 5, Sophie Jones from Southport in 6, 2 Pioneer swimmers in lane 7, Jasmine Leahy, and in 8, Michaela Shackleton. And again off to a flyer is lane 1, Charlotte Hayes from Ramsbottom. We've got a metre on the rest of the field. Trying to get back on terms is Sophie Jones from Sideport. As we took down to the last 5 metres, does appear to be Charlotte Hayes from Ramsbottom. Who's going to touch first. She does 32.12. From over in lane 7, Jasmine LaHaye from Pioneer 79, 32.78. And that result is confirmed on the board, and we're on to heat 9.
Charlotte Dunn from Pioneer 79, and the teammate Ella Williams in lane number 2, Abby White-Hewitt from Blackburn in 3, Alicia Oleszniski from City of Manchester in lane 4, Holly Maxwell from Blackpool Aquatics in 5, Hannah Edwards from Carnforth in 6, Anna McIntony from the Isle of Man in 7, and Alicia Page Wollstonecroft from the City of Salford in lane number 8. It looks as though it could be Charlotte Dunn. It is Charlotte Dunn, 32.80 from Ella Williams, 32.81. Heat 10. Lane 1, we've got E. Corrigan, City of Salford, Laura Head. City of Manchester, Chloe Hand from City of Manchester, Olivia Arms from Preston, Amy Harrison from Oldham Aquatics in 5, Faye Bateman from Wigan Best in 6, Caitlin Burkett-Bentle from Clitheroe in 7, Jessica Williamson from Wigan Best. She's in lane 8. As we come down to the last 5 metres, it looks as though it's going to be Olivia Arms. It is Olivia Arms, 32.25. Heat number 11.
Pioneers Bailey Siri Kelly in 1, Faith Bryant from Everton in 2, Isabella Watterson from the Isle of Man in 3, Jasmine Gower from Wigan Best in 4, her teammate Emma White in 5, Samantha Ash in 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Tallulah Hughes from Bolton Metro in 7, and Elena Daly from Prescott in 8. And got off to a very, very strong start. Faith Bryant in lane 2 from Everton. She has pulled probably a metre out on the field. In lanes 3 and 4 trying to get back on terms. That's Isabella Watterson and Jasmine Gower. Who's going to get that touch as they enter the final 5? It may be lane 4. It is 32.23 for Jasmine Gower from Wigan Best. Faith Bryant finishes second, 32.63, and that result is confirmed on the board. Heat 12. Lane 1, Alice Entwistle from Clitheroe, City of Salford's Leah Edwards in 2, Kimberly Burston from Oldham Aquatics in 3, Alexandra Livingston from Carnforth in 4, Chiara Harrison from Oldham Aquatics in 5, Ellie Ward, Pioneer 79 in 6, Cara Bragazzi from the Isle of Man in 7, and Grace Gibbon from the City of Liverpool in lane 8. And lane 1 proving very popular. Alice Entwistle from Clitheroe got off to a flyer. And in lane 8 also Grace Gibbon, so it's the 2 outside lanes. Who's going to touch first? It is lane 8, Grace Gibbon, 31.74, just pipping Alice Entwistle, 31.87 into second place. And that result is posted on the board. Heat 13.
From Oldham Aquatics, Lee Donnelly from Everton in lane 2, Amelia Ray from Carnforth in 3, Melissa Gonal from Leyland Barracudas in 4, Catherine Judkins from Alcaraz in 5, Emma Tabernacle from Preston in 6, Libby Manning from Garston in 7, and Amy Turner from Carnforth, and she's down in lane number 8. So lane number 1, Kate Leddy from Oldham Aquatics. It looks as though she's got the lead over everybody else coming into the last 5 metres. She's got 1-2 metres. That's her, 32.07. We have the confirmation of the result. Heat 14. Lane 1 we've got Lucy Cook from Flixton, Georgie Bell from the City of Liverpool, Kate Forster from Southport in lane 3, Ella Cameron from Layla Barracudas in 4, Alexander Whitehead from City of Salford in 5, Caitlin Armstrong from Pioneer from lane 6, Hannah Proctor from Clitheroe in 7, and Robin Douglas from the Isle of Man. But it's Ellie Cameron, just probably got an arm's length over Lucy Cook, Flixton, out in lane 1. And it is Ellie Cameron, 31.41. And this confirmation of the result, heat 15.
Having lane 1, Abigail Towell from Crosby, Ruby Home from City of Liverpool in 2, 3, Anna Duncan from Liverpool Penguin, Pioneer 79's Lily Duckworth in 4, 5, Anna Sheen from Wigan Best, Emily Blair in 6, from Aquabears, Katie Richardson, Oldham Aquatics in 7, and Kirsten Dronsfield, City of Manchester in 8. And lane 7, Katie Richardson off to a stormer along with Abigail Towell over in lane 1. Going into the last 10 metres, it does appear to be lane 7, Katie Richardson. Is she going to touch first? She does, 31.26 from Anna Duncan, Liverpool Penguins in 2, and that result is posted on the board, heat 16. Lane 1, Abigail Harrop, Bolton Metro, Anna Duncan from Layla Barracudas in 2, 3, Rebecca Walsh from the City of Salford, Southport's Gabrielle Knight-Sorley in 4, and Rosie Fordham in 5 from Bolton Metro. City of Salford's Jade Nuttall in 6, and 2, City of Manchester Swimmers, 7, Olivia Dykes, and 8, Emily Conway. Who's going fastest? Maybe Rebecca Walsh and Gabrielle Knight-Sorley. Again, not a lot to choose between them. It will be all on the touch, and as we come into the last metre or 2, it is Gabrielle Knight-Sorley, 30.99, from Rebecca Walsh, 31.19. That result is confirmed on the board, 17.
And in lane number 1 we've got Rebecca Dawson from City of Manchester, Maya Earzenese from Bolton Metro. In lane 2, Meadow Dronsfield, City of Manchester in 3, Isabel Williamson, William Best in 4, Alexander Carr from Blackpool Aquatics in 5, Kira Tomasello from City of Manchester in 6, Ellie Perez from Pioneer in 7, and Rachel Ritchie from Preston in lane number 8. And it might be lane 6, Kira Tomasello, 30.42. Heat 18. Lane 1, Johnny Gittins from Silsley, Chloe Cotton from Chorley Marlins in 2, Stephanie Broom from the Isle of Man in 3, Emma Haynes from William Best in 4, Simone Elson from Pioneer 79 in 5, Lucy Hanford from Layla Barracudas in 6, Georgina Chadwick from City of Salford in 7, Charlotte Hume from the City of Manchester in lane number 8, and it looks like Charlotte Hume, possibly, maybe in lane 2, Chloe Cotton. It is Chloe Cotton, 30.42. Excellent swim by Chloe there. And there's the result, heat 19.
Lane 1, Imogen Bailey from Wigan Best, Ella Bergen Williams in 2 from Oldham Aquatics, Michelle Olchowski from Leamington in 3, Abby Jones from Southport in 4, and in 5, Jade Moore from Blackpool Aquatics, Charlotte Renz from Crosby in 6, Isabel Cochran from Pioneer 79 in 7, Ali in 8, Morgan Gaskell French from Leyland Barracudas. Getting off to a flying start is lane 1, Imogen Bailey from Wigan Best. Pulling through is lane 6 as well, which is Charlotte Renz from Crosby, who's going to get the touch. It is Charlotte Renz from Crosby, 30.26, ever close to the magic 30 seconds. That result is confirmed on the board in 20. Lane 1, Leah Williams from Pioneer 79. Lane 2, Molly Roothouse from City of Manchester Aquatics. Anna Doughty in lane 4 from Bolton Metro. Olivia Heron in lane 5 from Worsley. 6, Lauren Zera from City of Manchester. Olivia Marshall from the Isle of Man in 7. And Jessica Sloan from Wigan Best in 8. Certainly off to a very, very fast start is Molly Roothouse over in lane 2 from City of Manchester. Hard on her tail is Leah Williams from Pioneer 79. Again, coming down to that last full touch, it is Molly Roothouse, lane 2, 29.3, first person under 30 seconds. Second place, Leah Williams, Pioneer 79, 30.34. That result is confirmed on the board. Heat 21.
From Preston. Lane number 2, Hannah Head from City of Manchester. Lane 3, Rihanna Bennett, also from City of Manchester. Lane 4, Jessica Collerback from Oldham Aquatics. Lane 5, Holly Rollinson, City of Manchester. Lane 6, Lucy Hardy from Crosby. Lane 7, Hannah Raystrick from Burley Aquatics. And lane 8, Alva Smith from Clitheroe. It looks as though it's number 4, Jessica Calderbank. And it is 28.86. Heat 22. In lane number 1, we've got Mia Greenoff from Wigan Best, Emily Keys from City of Salford in 2, Ella Johnson from Southport in 3, Pia Murray from Leyland Barracudas in 4, Kezia Whittaker from Isle of Man in 5, Emma Whittingham from Southport in 6, Holly White from Everton in 7, and Nick Wilger from Southport in lane number 8. So it's Pia Murray. She comes down, she's going to take the touch in 28.50. And confirmation of that result is on the scoreboard, and that brings us to the end of event 802. Our next event is event 803, which is the men 10 years and over 100 metres butterfly. There are 11 heats. Heat number 1.
Lane 1, Luke Batty from Bolton Metro. Jack Sheffield from City of Salford in 2, Joshua Walker from the City of Manchester Aquatics in 3, Alexander Volkovoy from the City of Salford in 4, and Robert Littler from Leyland Barracudas in 5. And after a great start is Jack Sheffield from the City of Salford. He's really flown down the first 25 metres and has probably pulled out 2 or 3 metre lead over the rest of the field. And he's going to turn in lane 2. First in a time of 33.57. He's going to turn second. It's lane 5, Robert Littler, Leyland Barracudas, 36.2, but Jack Sheffield continues to pull away from the rest of the field. Robert Littler trying to get back on terms, as is Alexander Volkovoy, City of Salford. Maybe Jack Sheffield just paying a little bit for that early speed, as Robert Littler starts to come back. And he's certainly starting to catch me as we come down this final 50 into the final 15. Jack Sheffield trying to hang on as Robert Littler approaches quickly, and trying to get back is Alexander Volkovoy as well. Coming into final 2 or 3 metres, is Jack Sheffield going to hang on? He does. 1:16.26 from Robert Littler, 1:16.93, and in third place Alexander Volkovoy, 1:17.61.
over in lane 1. Luke Batty. Great time 1:33.25. Posted on the board, and there we have it. Heat 2. Lane 1 we have James Hanford from Leyland Barracudas, Jake Reynolds from Bolton Metro in 2, Ben Rogerson from Preston in 3, Ruben Rebotham Keatings from Stretford in 4, Max Adams in 5 from City of Salford, 6 Adam Tabernacle from Preston and Charles Kelly from Southport in 7, Liam Carey from St Helens in 8. Calling finalists for event 806, the men's 12-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Liam Carey from St Helens, Bradley Snailham from Leyland Barracudas, Ruben Rebotham Keating from Stretford, Tom Arkwright from Leyland Barracudas, Zach Wormsley from Blackburn, Miles Poole from City of Salford, Vadim Bosch from City of Liverpool and Oliver Colville from Preston. Reserve finalists Benjamin Horton from the City of Manchester and Alexander Volkovoy from the City of Salford. Event 807, the men's 13-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Harry Robinson, Pioneer 79, Joseph Cameron Mansour from Crosby, Samuel Ellis from Ormskirk, Harry Rowland from Leyland Barracudas, Ellis Cleworth from City of Liverpool, Nathan Hughes from Preston, Jake Reynolds from Bolton Metro, James Hanford from Leyland Barracudas, and reserves Tyree Smith and Max Adams. As we pull in, it's lane 2, Jake Reynolds, Bolton Metro, 1:10.31, that wins that heat. From Ben Rogerson, lane 3 from Preston, 1:10.90. That result is now confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to heat number 3. Been asked for a coach from Southport and Blackpool. Can they report to the timing suite, please? That's Southport and Blackpool coach to this timing suite. In heat 3 we have in lane 1 Henry Moore from Southport, his teammate Mason Galley in 2, Samuel Ellis from Ormskirk in 3, Alex Keegan in 4 from Garston and Jack Fairhurst from the Isle of Man in 5, Isaac Brennan in 6 from Bolton Metro, Christopher Walker from City of Manchester in 7 and Edward Whittingham in 8 from Southport. Another call for the finalists in event 805, the men's 10 and 11 years old 50 metres freestyle final. We call Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks from Carnforth, Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best, Robert Littler from Leyland Barracudas, Johnny Gibbs from Preston, Jake Christen from Stretford, Mark Thompson from Bolton Metro, Joel Birtles from Oldham Aquatics, Joshua Walker from the City of Manchester. And reserve finalists are Owain Heathcote Jones from Carnforth and Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool Aquatics. And as we enter into the final 5 metres, it's lane 4, Alex Keegan from Garston that touches first, 1:08.46 from lane 1, Henry Moore, Southport, 1:09.18. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Which it is now, they're confirmed on the board, and we'll move into heat number 4.
From Bolton Metro, Joseph Lindsay from the City of Liverpool in 2, Neil O'Connor from Ormskirk in 3, Sean Rathod from Preston in 4, Rupert Salon from City of Manchester in 5, Cameron Lamb from Bolton Metro in 6, Thomas Dugdale from Carnforth in 7, Craig McNeil from the Manchester North West District Association. He's down there in lane number 8. And just while we come into the turn, we've got a finalist for the 14 years age group in the men's 50 freestyle. We've got Alfredo Lozano from Wigan Best, Isaac Brennan, Bolton Metro, Kieran Tattersall from Ramsbottom, Jack Ferrers from the Isle of Man, Joseph Burns from Prescott, Gabriel Glynn from Bolton Metro, Matthew Bodwick from City of Salford, and Russell Chavez from City of Salford, and reserve finalist Mason Galley from Southport, and Edward Whittingham also from Southport. As we come into it's Owen O'Connor from Ormskirk. Results, heat number 5. Our finalists for the 15 years age group: Thomas Dugdale from Carnforth, Kieran Majai from Wigan Best, Alex Hiles from City of Manchester, Keogh Tanner from Preston, Daniel Holmes also from Preston, Thomas Silk from Crosby, Luca Tomasolo from City of Manchester, Bernard Akic from Bolton Metro. Reserve finalist Alfie Miles from Stretford, and Alexander Morley from City of Salford. And the finalists for the 15 years age group and the 16 years age group: Jack Huddock from Blackburn, Ben Turlin from Pioneer 79, Jordan O'Hara from Chorley Marlin, Scott Proven from City of Salford, Jay Dennett, City of Salford, Owen O'Connor from Ormskirk, William Camden from City of Salford, Elliot Norman from Birmingham Aquatics. Reserve finalist Bradley Astles from Leyland Barracudas, and Jack Stanley from Clitheroe. That's the finalists for the 16 years age group of the men's 50 metres freestyle. Coming into the finish is Jack Howard at 04:31 from Will Wilson, Salford. Hamlet, and we have confirmation of that result. Heat number 6. In lane number 1, we've got Benjamin Martin from Pioneer 79 and his teammate Ben Turland. In lane number 2, Kieran Hennessy from Ormskirk. In 3, Jack Bonsall from Blackpool. In 4, Jay Dennett from City of Salford. In 5, Thomas Silk from Crosby. In 6, Jacob Casey from Everton. In 7, Alexander Axford from the City of Manchester. Down here in lane number 8. As we come into the first turn, it's Kieran Hennessy from Ormskirk, 2818. That's the turn first. Our finalists for the 17 years and over men's in the 50 metres freestyle: Brody Hewison, Isle of Man; Carl Quigley, Oldham Aquatics; Jacob Lee, Southport; James Oxborough, Bolton Metro; Joshua Thompson from Carnforth; Joel Watterson from the Isle of Man; Nathan Bennett, City of Manchester; Ian Carlin from Bootle; and reserve finalists Alex Dunk from Prescott and Daniel Austin from the City of Salford. And as we come into the finish, it's Kieran Hennessy from Ormskirk, 10216. And we have the confirmation of the result, 8-7.
Lane 1, we have Thomas Roberts from Prescott, Sean Davis from Crosby in 2, Nathan Young from City of Liverpool 3, Paolo Muniz in 4 from Southport, and Jordan O'Hara from Chorley Marlins in 5, Jack Stanley from Clitheroe in 6, and Tiago Laurie from the City of Manchester in 7, and in 8, Peter Allen from the Isle of Man. Call for the finalists in event 812, the women's 10 and 11-year-old 50 metres butterfly final. Zara Boland from Southport, Alex Edwards from Crosby, Sienna Renz from Crosby, Eve Pendlebury from the City of Salford, Amy Crompton Hesfer from Wigan Best, Ella Blockseeds from City of Salford, Elise Bruns from Liverpool Penguins, and Amelia Picton from Wigan Best. Reserves are Holly Brown and Emily Elliott from Leyland Barracudas. Coming down into the final 15 metres of this heat. Very little to choose indeed. Maybe Sean Davis from Crosby. Being pegged backbound by Paolo Muniz in 4, and it's these two swimmers who's going to touch first. It is Paolo, in fact it's actually a dead heat. Paolo Muniz and Sean Davis, 103.68. And in third place, lane 1, Thomas Robert from Prescott. Wait for that result to be confirmed, which it is now. This heat underway. We have a disqualification to announce in heat 7. Lane 5 was disqualified, so that's heat 7, lane 5. Swimmers for this race, lane 1, Marcus Day, City of Salford. Some pioneer swimmers into Aaron Bostock. Lane 3, Jack Hardman. And lane 4, Callum Quigley from Oldham Aquatics. 5, Neil Wiley from Prescott. Adam Leach from Lancaster in 6. Joseph Niven from Southport in 7. And Thomas McKay from Burnley Aquatics in 8. And it's Joseph Niven that turns first. And we have a call for the finalists for the women's 12-year-old 50 metres butterfly final, event 813. Jasmine Bracegirdle from Leyland Barracudas, Ella Prescott from Ormskirk, Clitheroe's Hattie Varley, Jessica William from Wigan Best, Sophie Jones from Southport, Lucy Turner from Clitheroe, Rosie Lindley from Leyland Barracudas, Amy Grovestock from City of Salford. And your reserves are Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best and Jessica Murray from the City of Salford. And it is in lane 5, Neil Wiley, 1 minute .35 that finishes in first place from Joseph Niven, lane 7 from Southport. Just wait for that to be confirmed on the board, which it is. And we're on to heat number 9.
We've got Daniel Austin from the City of Salford in lane number 1, Hayden Griffiths from the City of Manchester in lane number 2, his teammate Nathan Bennett in lane number 3, and Thomas Payne in lane number 4. City of Salford's Matthew George is in 5, Brody Houston from the Isle of Man is in 6, Harry Pilkington from Burnley Aquatics in 7, and Nathan Lowe from the City of Salford, he's in lane number 8. It's Thomas Payne, 27.05, turns the turn first. And as they do, our finalists for the 13 years age group in the women's 50 metres butterfly, Kirsten Johnsfield from City of Manchester, Rebecca Walsh, City of Salford, Emily Haynes from Wigan Best, Laura Thomas-Solo from City of Manchester, Olivia Heron from Worsley, Meadow Johnsfield from City of Manchester, Faye Bayman from Wigan Best, Ella Williams from Pioneer 79. And the reserve finalist is Olivia Logan from Southport and Holly Maxwell from Blackpool Aquatics. And they're the finalists for the 13 years age group of the women's 50 metres butterfly. And we have confirmation of the result. Thomas Payne, 56.77, heat 10. In the 14 years age group, Katie Leddy from Oldham Aquatics, Rosie Fordham from Bolton Metro, Isabel Williamson from Wigan Best, Charlotte Renz from Crosby, Mia Greenoff from Wigan Best, Lily Duckworth from Pioneer 79, Kate Forster from Southport, Kimberly Burston from Oldham Aquatics. Reserve finalists are Abby Wyatt from Southport and Mia Edwards from the City of Salford. And they're the finalists for the 14 years age group. In the 15 years age group, Abby Jones from Southport, Charlotte Hume from City of Manchester, Harley White from Everton, Pia Murray from Leyland Barracudas, Lucy Hardy from Crosby, Olivia Marshall from Isle of Man, Jodie Gittins from Tilsley, Simone Elson from Pioneer 79, Anna Raystrick from Burnley Aquatics, and Alexander Carr from Blackpool Aquatics are the reserve finalists of the 15 years age group of the 50 metres butterfly. As we come into the touch, Ashley Hogg. From City of Manchester, from Anthony Evans. It's 11. In the 16 years age group, we've got Martha Smith from Clitheroe, Chloe Cotton from Charlie Marlins, Leah Williams from Pioneer 79, Holly Wellington, City of Manchester, Kitty Whittaker from Isle of Man, Emily Lawrence from Preston, Imogen Bailey from Being Best, Ella Boogan Williams from Oldham Aquatics, and reserve finalists Katie Richardson from Oldham Aquatics and Ellie Cameron from Leyland Barracudas. That's the 16-year age group. Finalists for the 50 metres butterfly years and over age group: Eve Wilker from Southport, Emily Keys, City of Salford, Brianna Bennett from City of Manchester, Jessica Colbank from Oldham Aquatics, Molly Roodhouse from City of Manchester, Emma Johnson from Southport, Emma Whittingham from Southport, Anna Head from City of Manchester, and reserve finalists Anna Doherty from Metro, Jessica Sloan from Wigan Bess. And as we into the finish, it's Sam Horrocks. He takes a time of 54.81. And then we have confirmation of the result. That brings us to the end of event 803. And now on to event 804, which is the women's 10 years and over 200 metres freestyle. There are 25 heats. And we start with heat number 1.
We get the first heat of the 200 freestyle underway. Been asked to announce that the swim shop will stay open until 5 o'clock. So we've got 1 or 2 desperate purchases left to make. The swim shop will be open for another 25 minutes or so. So swim shop will close at 5 o'clock. You'll start packing up. So we'll get down there and snaffle an odd bargain into it. So in heat 1 we have in lane 3 Jessica Pennyfold from Southport. Blackburn's Holly Brown in 4, and Martha Neela from Preston in lane 5. And it's Holly Brown from Blackburn that turns in first place, but very, very little to choose between all 3 girls. Virtually all in a line as they come down the second 50. Maybe just Jessica Pennyfold having a slightly stronger second 50 over there in lane 3. Pulling the body length in front of Holly Brown and Martha Miller. As we come down to the 100 metre turn, it looks like it's going to be Jessica Pennyfold from Southport that turns first from lane 5. Martha Miller from Preston. But nothing in this race, all can change in the last 100 metres. Jessica Pennyfold, probably a full body length now in front of the other 2 ladies. And Martha Miller from Preston starting to pull back as we come down to the final turn. And he's paced it very well indeed. Just wait to see as we get down to the final turn, the bottom wall. Just Jenica Pennyfold from Southport in front, 2 minutes .91. Hot on her heels is Martha Miller from Preston, just over 0.2 of a second behind. And as we come into the final 50, it's these 2 ladies that are pulling away from Holly Brown in lane 4. So who has the better kick and arm stroke to get down that final 50? It's like Martha Miller maybe just starting to pull in front of Jessica Pennyfold. And Indeed, it is. Maybe just half a metre or so. As we come to the final 5 metres, who's going to get that touch? It is going to be Martha Miller with a fine time. Final 50 from Jessica Pennyfold over in lane 3 from Southport, 2:40.6. And the third place, Holly Brown from Blackburn, 2:43.02. Results confirmed on the board. On to heat number 2. In lane 2, Eleanor Kay from Bolton Metro. In 3, Fia Mintness from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Elizabeth Ashton from Oldham Aquatics in 4. Hannah Neve in 5 from Southport. And in 6, Rihanna Archer from Wigan Best. And in 7, Freya Boardman from Everton. But over in lane 2, it's Eleanor Kay that's got off to the best start from Bolton Metro, along with Fia Minnis from the City of Manchester, who's had a great weekend, putting some great swims together. And here's a Fia that's going to turn first, 34.84, just in front of Eleanor Kay. And in third place, Hannah Neve from Southport in lane 5. It's these two young ladies, lanes 2 and 3, Eleanor Kay and Fia Minnis. And maybe Hannah Neve in the second 50, starting to get back on terms. And there's 2 lots of 3. 2, 3 and 5 in the line. 4, 6 and 7. It appears to be Fia Minnis from the City of Manchester, but just edging a little bit clear by maybe half a metre or so as we come into the 100 metre turn. There's going to be Fia Minnis in 1:14.24 from Eleanor Kay, 1:14.71, and Hannah Neve 1:15.44. So second half of the race, all to play for. Good swimming well, strong leg kick, fast arms, committing to this 200. And it's Fia and Eleanor that are starting to pull away now from Hannah Neve. And the 3 goals in lanes 4, 6 and 7 still in the line. But it is Fia Minnis as we come down to the final turn in lane 3 that's going to turn first from the City of Manchester. And getting back on terms is Eleanor Kay. Who's going to turn first? It is just Fia Minnis, 1:55.23 for 1:55.44 for Eleanor Kay. So the race is on as we come down this final 50. We've just dropped Hannah Neve by a metre or 2. Fia looks stronger. Eleanor did start to capture again at the end of the third 50, and she is starting to do so and pull alongside and past the Fia Minnis. Eleanor Kay starting to kick very, very hard. Just edging in front of Fia Minnis as they come into the final 5 metres. Who's going to get the touch? Is it going to be Ella and Fia? No, it is going to be Eleanor Kay from Bolton Metro that touches 2:33.28. Just edging Fia Minnis. It's a very, very small margin indeed. And Hannah Neve coming in third place, 2:39.77. That result is posted on the board and we'll be on to heat 3. Lane 1 we have Lauren Airy from Preston, Lola Barron from Burnley Aquatics in 2, Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best in 3, Ella Falkingham from Southport in 4, and Amy White from Everton in 5. Lily Gregg from Pioneer 79 in 6, and Ella Bloxage from City of Salford in 7. Her teammate Hannah MacDonald is in 8. Very little to choose from all the girls as we come to the 50 metre turn. Maybe Hannah MacDonald down in lane 8 may turn just first, but it won't be by much. It is Hannah MacDonald in lane 1, 34.44 from Amy White in 5 from Everton, 34.55, so just 0.1 of a second in it. Starting to come through as well over in lane 3 is Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best. She's also had a very strong weekend, making several finals. Hannah MacDonald in lane 8, probably just still edging it. Olivia Sheehan and Amy White from Everton in lane 5 starting to come on terms. But as we come to the 100 metre halfway turn, it it is going to be lane 8, Hannah MacDonald, that turns just in front of Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best and Amy White from Everton in 3rd place. Hannah is looking reasonably strong down in lane 8. Again attacking the race, so it's Hannah MacDonald in 8, Olivia Sheehan in 3. The girls trying to get back on terms, but it is these two girls probably just starting to edge a little bit clear. As we come down to the final turn, 150 metres. It is lane 8, Hannah MacDonald, just leading from Olivia Sheehan from Wigan Best in 3. And it is Hannah MacDonald, 152.26, that turns in 1st place from 152.94 from Olivia Sheehan. So 0.7 of a second. Plenty of time for Olivia to get back on terms and past if she finds it possible to do so. And starting to make a real surge in lane 4 is Ella Falkins coming from Southport. Is she timing it well? Hannah MacDonald is still very, very strong here down in lane 8. She still leads this race by 2 or 3 metres, with Ella Bloxage finishing faster teammate in lane 7. And it is going to be Hannah MacDonald that finishes in 1st place in a time of 2 minutes 28.88. And fast finishing teammate Ella Bloxage in lane 7, finishing 2nd in 2:30.60. That result.
Thanks to Phil for last couple of heats. Just while we get this heat number 4 underway, we have the finalists for the men's 100 metres butterfly. In the 10-year and 11 years age group, we have Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool, Robert Littler from Leyland Barracudas, and Joshua Walker from the City of Manchester, and they're the finalists in the 10 and 11 year group. 12 years age group, Alexander Volkovoy from the City of Salford, Ruben Robotham Keating from Stretford, Ian Carey from St Helens, and Luke Batty from Bolton Metro, and they're the finalists for the 12 years age group. 13 years, Adam Tabernacle from Preston, Ben Rogerson from Preston, Samuel Ellis from Ormskirk, Alice Cluith from City of Liverpool, Henry Moore from Southport, Jake Reynolds from Bolton Metro, Max Adams from City of Salford, Charles Kelly from Southport, and reserve finalist is James Hanford from Leyland Barracudas. 14 years age group, Jack Fairhurst from the Isle of Man, Mason Galley from Southport, Gabriel Glynn from Bolton Metro, Adam Jones from Flixton, Alex Keegan from Garston, Isaac Brennan from Bolton Metro, Edward Whittingham from Southport, and Christopher Walker from the City of Manchester, and the finalists for the 14 years age group. And so to get back to this heat 4 in lane 1, Hammer Camden, from City of Salford, Sophie Jones from Southport, Connie Roberts from Ormskirk, Mason Evans from Lancaster, Jessica Dealey from Prescott, Faye Speakman from Wigan Best, Emily Sheehan McSherry from City of Salford, and Olivia Borland from Southport. So it's Sophie Jones coming under the 5 metres, with Faye Speakman finishing very strongly. But it is Sophie Jones, 2:29.43. Felix Speakman, 2:29.63. So not much in it, 0.2 of a second really. And there we have confirmation of that result. Heat number 5. From City of Salford, Poppy Bridge from Blackpool Aquatics, Emily Swan from Wigan Best, Lane 4, we've got Lucy Dixon from Bolton Metro. Lane 5, Georgia Ashton, also from Bolton Metro. Lane 6, Bailey Searing Kelly, Pioneer 79. Amelia Hunt from Bootle in lane number 8, and Rosie Linley from Leyland Barracudas in lane number 8. And it's Victoria Watts, who's had a really, really busy weekend. Heats and finals. In lane number 1, who turns first, 32.44 from Poppy Bridge, Blackpool Aquatics. And then Georgia Ashton. So we're coming down to halfway. It's Victoria, who's got about a 2 metre lead over Poppy Bridge and Georgia Ashton. And then it's Amelia Hunt from Bootle. She looks as though she's had the better turn of those other three. And we'll go down to 150. 15 years age group finalists for the 100 butterfly. Luca Tomasello, City of Manchester. Ewan Wilson, City of Salford. Thomas Dugdale from Carnforth. Toby Ryland from City of Liverpool. Thomas Silk from Crosby. Jack Howard from Preston. Alfie Mars from Stratford. Jack Sheffield from the City of Salford. They're the 15 years age group finalists for the 100 metres butterfly. 16 years age group. Peter Allen from the Isle of Man, Jay Dennett from the City of Salford, Marcus Day, City of Salford, Will Camden from City of Salford, Joseph Niven, Southport, Owen O'Connor from Ormskirks, Jack Stanley from Clitheroe, and Tiago Lowry from the City of Manchester, reserve finalist Robin Austin from Carnforth and Ben Turlin from Pioneer 79. And the finalists for the 16 years age group. And as we come in to the touch, it's going to be Georgia Ashton. Fabulous last 50 by Georgia, 2:24.68. Just taking it away from Victoria, who had a commanding lead, good 2-3 metres. And there we have the confirmation of that result. Heat number 6. Six underway. We've got the 17 years and over age group. Nathan Bennett from Leicester. With his teammates Alistair Stout, Ashley Hogg, Sam Horrocks and Thomas Payne. With Anthony Evans from the City of Liverpool, Matthew George from the City of Salford, and also Samuel Goldrick from the City of Manchester. They are the finalists, and the reserve finalists are Joshua Lambert from Blackburn and Ewan McCavitt from Pioneer 79. That's the 17 years and over age group. Men's 100 metres butterfly. So let's go through halfway. It's Lauren T-Bay from Southport, 1:08.49 from Ellen Hoyland from Stretford, and Jessica Smith, City of Manchester. They're the first three. 2 seconds, just splitting those three. Down there in lane number 1, we've got Hannah Wang from Stretford. Lauren T-Bay, she's in lane 2. Isabel Williamson from Wigan Best in 3, Erin Holland from Stretford in 4, Charlotte Clark from Prescott in lane number 5, Amy Doyle from the City of Salford in 6, Jessica Smith, City of Manchester, she's in 7, Daisy Poole from Wigan Best, she's down here in lane number 8, but it's Erin Hoyland from Stretford. Just coming back in lane number 2, Lauren T-Bay from Southport. finishing very strongly, but I think she's going to run out of pool. As we come under the flags, it's going to be half a body between Erin Hoyland and Lauren Seabate in second place. Jessica Smith taking the third. Wait for the confirmation of that result. And we have it. Heat number 7.
Lane 1 we have Holly Maxwell from Blackpool Aquatics, Caitlin O'Brien in 2 from Preston, in 3 Alexandra Brophy from the Blackpool Aquatics, and in 4 Hattie Varley from Clitheroe. Lane 5 we have Chloe James from the City of Liverpool, 2 City of Salford swimmers, Beth MacDonald in 6 and Ellie Fraser in 7, and from Preston in lane 8 Ella Newton. And the first 50 appears to be lane 1, Holly Maxwell, that's going to turn in first place. Yes, she does. 31.73. Lane 2, it's Caitlin O'Brien that's in second place, 32.55. Very little between Caitlin and Hattie Varley in lane 4 from Clitheroe. So starting very strongly indeed over in lane 1 is Holly Maxwell from Blackpool Aquatics, and she's continuing on the second 50 in the same kind of pace. Caitlin O'Brien from Preston trying to stay on a shirt tail. And over here in lane 6, Beth MacDonald from City of Salford is probably going to turn in third place, but it is Holly Maxwell, 108.48, that turns in first place. From Caitlin O'Brien Preston, 109.74, so just over 1.25 seconds in front is Holly Maxwell. And for the rest of the field to try and catch her up, Caitlin O'Brien probably has the best chance. In lane 2, she's got her in her sights. Can she catch her? Holly does look very strong as she's coming down this third 50. Good leg kick, long arm pull. She's going to come into the final turn with probably a good 3 or 4 metre lead. She turns in 1:45.78. In second place now, it's lane 6, Beth MacDonald. She's had a great third 50, 1:49.22, but she's a lot to do down this final 50. Caitlin O'Brien maybe just fading a little bit in lane 2, but it is Holly Maxwell continuing to be edging away from the rest of this field. Can Beth MacDonald time this final 50? Doesn't appear so. Holly Maxwell has got plenty in hand as she comes down in lane 1 into the final 5 metres under the flags, and she is going to finish in just over 2:20. She does 2:22.71, and Beth MacDonald is going to finish in lane 6 in second place, 2:26.51, and in third place Alexandra Brophy in 2:26.85. Result of heat 7 is now posted on the board, and we move on to heat 8. From Oldham Aquatics, Tahira Collins from Wigan Best is in lane 2, Georgia Heath from Bolton Metro is in lane 3, and Jasmine LaHaye from Pioneer 79 in lane 4. City of Salford's Eve Corrigan in 5, and Alice Sands from Carnforth in 6. Lily Anna Island from Garston in 7, and Lucy Turner from Clitheroe completes the heat in lane number 8. Lane 4 looks like she's going to turn first. 4 or 5, Jasmine LaHaye, or no, it is Eve Corrigan in 5, 31.99, but only 0.12 of a second in front of Jasmine LaHaye from Pioneer 79. And these two girls making maybe half a metre in front. Second 50, Jasmine's starting to look a little stronger, maybe edging in front. Coming back on terms is Georgia Heath from Bolton Metro. Very little to choose between Georgia Heath, Jasmine LaHaye and Eve Corrigan as we come down to the 100 metre turn. Halfway through the 200 freestyle event, who's going to turn first? Is going to be lane 4, Jasmine LaHaye, just in front of Georgia Heath from Bolton Metro, and our early leader Eve Corrigan just relegated to third place, 108.70, but all of these three girls could easily win this race. All looking reasonably strong this late stage. It's been a long weekend, and for these girls to keep on swimming like this is very impressive indeed. Maybe Eve Corrigan just starting to slip back as Georgia Heath and Jasmine LaHaye start to pull away from her. And it's lanes 3 and 4. Georgia Heath from Bolton Metro and Jasmine LaHaye from Pioneer, who's going to turn first. It's just Georgia Heath, just over 0.1 of a second in front of Jasmine LaHaye. These two girls coming down the final 50. Each one of them wants it the most. Jasmine LaHaye, Pioneer 79, just starting to edge in front of Georgia Heath now. But again, all can change in the last 15 metres. Georgia's starting to get back on terms, fighting hard. They're going stroke for stroke. They've pulled about 5 metres clear of Eve Corrigan, who's going to get it in the last 5 metres. Georgia Heath starting to pull clear, maybe half a metre in front, and she's going to touch it in lane 3. 2:20.27. Georgia Heath, Bolton Metro from Jasmine LaHaye, Pioneer 79. 2:20.79 on our early leader, Eve Corrigan from City of Salford. 2:24.76 in third place. That result is now posted on the board, and we'll move on to heat number 9. Heat 9, we have lane 1, Daisy Cornell from Everton, Jessica Williamson from Wigan Best in 2, Lily Warwork going off to a flyer in 3 from Southport, Piper Stevens from Wigan Best in 4, Ashiki Chauhan from the City of Manchester Aquatics in 5, Darcy Williams from Pioneer 79 in 6, and in lane 7 we have Ellie Lomax from Oldham Aquatics, and over in 8 we have Kirstine Williams from Preston. Lane 3 it is Lily Walwork, 31.72, that leads the field. From in lane 5, Kashiki Chauhan from City of Manchester, just over half a second. Second lead over the other 3 girls. Who are Jessica Williamson, Kirstine Williams, Kashiki Chauhan. Lily Walwork from Southport. Eking out now a 2 metre lead and looking very strong as we come down this third 50. She'll turn for home with a 2 or 3 metre lead. She turns on 1:45.85. Second place is Jessica Williamson now in lane 2 from Wigan Best. She's well over a second and a half behind. This is Lily's race to lose. Who can finish in second place? In lane 5, Kashiki Chauhan from City of Manchester starting to come back at Jessica Williamson, but it is Lily Walwork from Southport as a commanding 21.89. Lane 2, Jessica Williamson, 2:24.28 in second, and in lane 5, Kashiki Chauhan in 2:25.05 touches in third place. And that is the result of heat 9 on the board. Heat 10.
And we have an announcement to all our medal winners. Medal winners. Medals will be available for 15 minutes from the publication of the final event. The results from the final event. Please be prompt for collecting all medals. After this time, will not be available for collection. Anybody that wins any medals this evening, in this afternoon session, or has not collected any medals at all they've won over the last couple of weekends, can you make sure that you go and collect them? They will only be available for 15 minutes after the publication of the results of the final event. So we get back to the action. Heat number 10. We've got Chloe Hand from the City of Manchester. She's in lane 1 to Lily Hughes from Bolton Metro. Lane number 2. Kate Doughty from Joel Marlins in 3. Rosie Fordham from Bolton Metro in 4. Caitlin Armstrong, City from Pioneer 79. In lane 5. Alicia McElroy from Southport in lane number 6. Kimberly Burston from Oldham Aquatics in 7. Zoe Carlos from the City of Liverpool. She's down there in lane number 8. And it's between lane number 1 and lane number 8. So two sides of the pool having a very, very battle. And it looks as though it's going to be Zoe Carlos from the City of Liverpool that might just have the edge. And as we come under the flags, she has got the edge over Chloe Hand, and she's going to touch first from Chloe Hand in lane number 1, and Kimberly Burston from Oldham Aquatics in 3rd. And we'll wait for the confirmation of that result. First 50. This heat 11, we've got in lane 1 Meadow Tronsfield from the City of Manchester. Lane 2, Megan Finn, City of Salford. Lane 3, Olivia Logan from Southport. Lane 4, Michaela Shackleton from Pioneer 79. Lane 5, Kira Harrison from Aquatics. Lane 6, Eleanor Priestner from Southport. Lane 7, Freya Ainsworth, Liverpool. And in lane 8, Leah Edwards from the City of Salford. Through 75, it's Michaela Shackleton that has a nice lead over Eleanor Priestner. She's going to turn first as we come into halfway. These two are just starting to open a little bit of a gap over Freya Ainsworth in lane number 7 and Leah Edwards, City of Salford, down here in lane number 8. And the 4 swimmers in lanes 1, 2, 3. Emma Johnsfield, Megan Flynn, Olivia Logan. And quite even as they go down into the 150 turn. As we turn at 150, it's Eleanor Priestner that's just taken over Michaela Shackleton. In a second of the turn. As we come into the last 15 metres, it's going to be Eleanor Priestner, and has powered herself away, and has now got 3-metre lead. Michaela Shackleton, she finishes 2:20.08 from 2:23.12. And then we have confirmation of that result. 8-12. It's Lottie Fingleton from the city of Manchester. She's just got a little bit of a lead. Just about the body length. She's going out the strongest. That's the first 50. Turning first, 31.1. Jasmine Stockton from Flixton in lane number 2. And Alice Entwistle from Clitheroe in lane number 1. Four swimmers. Lanes 5, 6, 7 and 8. Olivia Brannick from City of Manchester, Laura Head, City of Manchester. Ella Smith, Southport in lane number 7. And Charlotte Bacon from Alton Aquatics in lane number 8. As we go through the turn at 100 metres is Jasmine Stockton. She's just taken the lead. 07.54. Lottie Fingleton's 17.55, so a second between the two of them. Jasmine is just starting to edge out. Probably a body length now. As we come into the 5 metres, turn through 150, 142.96. Pulling out that lead all the time. Lottie's still in second place, but only just from Alice Edwards and Twistle, sorry. Over there in lane number 1. Coming back at her, Olivia Brannick. As we come to the finish is Jasmine Stockton. Just hanging on there in second place, Olivia Brannick. We have confirmation of that result. 13.
Thirteen's underway. In lane 1 is Kirsten Dronsfield from the city of Manchester. In lane 3 is Libby Manning from Garston. Kate Forster from Southport is in 4. Cara Pedler from Pioneer in 5. And teammate Ellie Ward in 6. Alicia Page Wollstonecroft from the city of Salford in 7. And Neve Donnelly from Etnerton in 8. Going hard down the first 50 is lane 1, Kirsten Dronsfield. She turns first in 31.93 from Libby Manning in Garston. 32.58, so just over half a second in front. Trying to set a strong pace, but Kate Forster now in lane 4 from Southport, starting to come back on terms, as is Libby Manning from Garston. So it's all about an even pace, not going off too fast. Setting a pace that is sustainable over 4 lengths of this 50 metre pool. The 100 metre mark is probably going to be lane 4. Kate Forster from Southport that does turn in first place, 1 on 8.08. She's taking a second out down that second 50 out of Kirsten Dronsfield, who maybe have gone off a little bit too fast. Kate Forster from Southport starting to look, and she's taking a full body length lead over the rest of the field. And maybe Kirsten Dronsfield starting to find second wind and come back at it. Come down to the final turn at the bottom end of the pool. It's going to be lane 4, Kate Forster, that turns first from Southport. She's going to turn in a time of 1:43.99 from Kirsten Dronsfield, 1:45.34, so almost a second and a half in front. Kate has pulled out. So increased lead as we come down the final 50. And it appears that maybe Libby Manning from Garston is going to pull through into second place, or down here in lane 7, Alicia Page Wollstonecroft is really starting to finish very fast indeed. The leader of the race for the last 100 metres has been Kate Forster from Southport, and she's going to touch in 2:18.28, and it is Alicia Page Wollstonecroft from lane 7, 2:21, that finishes in second place from Libby Manning from Garston, and our early leader Kirsten Bransfield from City of Manchester. So just wait for confirmation of that heat. We now have on the board, and we'll move on to heat 14. Alice Naylam is in lane 1 from Leyland Barracudas. Bolton Metro. Abigail Harrop is in lane 2. Olivia McGinty from Clitheroe is in 3. Alicia Oleshnicki is from City of Manchester in 4. Her teammate Olivia Clare in 5. Gemma Croft from Oldham Aquatics in 6. And Lois Keys from the City of Liverpool in 7. And in 8 we have Isabel Forrest from Pioneer 79. Turning first, lane 1, Alice Naylam from Leyland Barracudas, 31.45. For second in front of Gemma Croft over in lane 6 from Oldham Aquatics. Funny, lane 1 is setting the early pace in some of these heats. She does appear very strong over there in lane 1, does Alice Naylam from Leyland Barracudas. Maybe coming through into second place is lane 5, Olivia Clare from the City of Manchester. It's come down to the halfway mark. It is Alice Naylam from Leyland Barracudas that's going to turn 1:06.24 in first place. Over a second in front of Olivia Clare from the City of Manchester in lane 5. And the ladies Gemma Croft and Lois Keys in 6 and 7 are fighting hard for that second place. Alice Naylam does look very strong over there in lane 1 from Leyland Barracudas. Not giving any of that lead away. In fact, she's probably starting to increase it ever so slightly. As we come down to the final turn, it is going to be Alice Naylam in lane 1 that's led from the start. She turns first, 1:42.4. Starting to make a move back on her is Olivia Clare, 1:44.18. She's almost a 2-second gap to cut down. Can Alice Naylam keep that pace up? Now the girls in lanes 5, 6 and 7 going to start to catch her. Doesn't appear to be so as she comes into the final 15 metres. It is Olivia Naylam from Leyland Barracudas that's got a 2 or 3 metre lead. Starting to finish faster, Olivia Clare, Gemma Croft and Lois Keys. Alice Naylam from Leyland Barracudas finished first, 1:2:17.73. Who gets the touch for second? It's Olivia Clare, City of Manchester, 2:19.44. From 2:19.58, Lois Keys. That result is now confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to heat 15. Southport, Emma Tabernacle from Preston in 2, Abigail Towell from Crosby in 3, and Grace Kidman from the City of Liverpool in 4. In 5 we have Charlotte Edwards from Wigan Best, Molly Gordon is in 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, and Grace Long is in 7 from the City of Liverpool. And for Bolton Metro in lane 8 it's Tallulah Cullen, and again it's lane 1 that's got off to that start, 31.1 from Mia Smith from Southport. She leads by almost a second from Grace Kidman from City of Liverpool. In lane 4, Grace has been swimming strongly all weekend. Probably look to come back down this second 50. Indeed, she's starting to do so. Maybe drawing level with Mia. And Emma Tabernacle from Preston has also been having a good weekend. She's starting to pull back. Up under the flags and towards the halfway it's going to be. Lane 1 that just edges it, 1:06.72, Mia Smith from Grace Kidman, 200ths of a second behind in 1:06.74. Emma Tabernacle looking now to get back on terms, but appears to be maybe Grace Kidman just starting to pull her way down this third 50. Emma Tabernacle trying to follow her, as is Mia Smith. As these three girls starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Maybe Grace Kidman in lane 4 going to turn first. She does by a metre or two in front of Emma Tabernacle, 1:43.09, and half a second behind her is Mia Smith in lane 1, our early leader. Emma Tabernacle has taken this race by the scruff of the neck, and she's a good 2 metres in front now of Emma Tabernacle, maybe even 3 metres as we come down to the final 20 metres. It's Grace Kidman who's timed this race very well indeed, paced it sensibly, and got a 3 metre lead. She leads Emma Tabernacle into the finish under the flags. And Grace Kidman is going to touch in 2:16.44 from Emma Tabernacle from Preston, 2:17.75, and our early leader over in lane 1, Mia Smith, 2:18.61 in third place. Just waiting for that result to be confirmed. She is now, and we'll move on to heat number 16.
Announcement. That's for the final of the events today, which is the men's 17 years and over 100 metres butterfly. If we could have Joshua Lambert from Blackburn and Ewan McCavitt from Pioneer to report to marshalling. So Joshua Lambert, who is replacing somebody in the final, but we need Ewan McCavitt to report to marshalling also. So as we come down into 15 metres. It's on lane number 2, Emma Dixon and Jessica Miller down here in lane number 8. We're fighting for the first place. It's Jessica Miller from Preston, 2:16.54. From Emma Dixon, City of Manchester, over there in lane number 2. And we have confirmation of the result. Heat 17. Get heat 17 underway. Lane number 1, we've got Abby Wyatt from Southport. And lane number 2, Isabel Watterson from Willie Duckworth from Pioneer 79 is in lane number 3. And lane number 4, we've got Imogen Moss from Preston. And number 5, Rebecca Quinn, Liverpool Penguins. Lane 6, Charlotte Hughes from Southport. Lane 7, Blake Richardson from the Isle of Man. And in lane 8, Sophie Quigley from the city of Manchester. And here in lane 8, it's Abby Wyatt from Southport. And they're in lane number 1. Outside lanes are doing really well during this event. Talking out to everybody else. This is Abby Wyatt from Southport, turning first in 106. And it's our 3 middle lanes of Imogen Moss, Rebecca Quinn, and Charlotte Hughes. It's starting to come back at her. Likewise, Sophie Quigley. Down here in lane number 8. She turned in 5th, but she's making inroads now. And as we come into the 150 turn, it is still Abby Wyatt with a 3-second lead over Imogen Moss. So she's still managing to maintain this lead. Coming through into the last 25, she looks as though she's increased it slightly. The others looked as though they were coming back at her, but she's managed to stay away. As we come into the last 5 metres, it is Abby Wyatt, 2:16.41. From Imogen Moss, 2:20.55. And Rebecca Quinn, Charlotte Hughes, Blake Richardson, Sophie Quigley. And we have confirmation of that result. Heat 18. Heat 18 in lane number 1, we've got Charlotte Dunn from Pioneer 79. Lane 2, Hannah Proctor from Clitheroe. Lane 3, Charlotte Riley from City of Salford. Lane 4, Maisie Johnson from Southport. Lane 5, Emma Haynes from Wigan Best. Lane 6, Amy Tebay from Southport. Lane 7, Ellie Fox from Blackpool Aquatics. And lane 8, Hannah Edwards from Carnforth. It's lane 4, Daisy Johnson from Southport. She's probably just got about a body length lead over Charlotte Dunn or even Amy Tebay. As we come into the turn, it's a good turn off the wall by Emma Haynes. It's brought her right back onto the heels of Maisie Johnson. So even though she's going out very, very strongly, they're not letting her get away. It's going to be on this turn. And if Emma Haynes can have as good a turn on this 150 as she did at halfway, we'll bring her right back into contention. She turns in 3rd place. Amy Tebay still in 2nd. 1:43.91, but it's Maisie Johnson still leading, 1:48.21. And it's now starting to increase her lead as we come into the last 25. She's probably got about 5 metres now. As the rest of the field sort of even up. It looks as though it's going to be Hannah Edwards from Carnforth. She's going to touch in 2nd. It's going to be Emma Haynes in 3rd. For the confirmation of that result. Heat 19.
resorting now to the black coffee. It's that late in the day. Need something to keep you awake. It's not very warm up here. Just another mention, if all the medal winners can go and collect their medals, we'll only leave the medal table open for a quarter of an hour after we've finished. We do want to get home at a sensible time, so please go and collect your medals. They are down the stairs waiting for you, so please go and pick them up. So, and if we can remind all the coaches as well at the end of the event, please can you hand your coaches' passes in at the office, please. So all the coaches on poolside down to the office at the end, go and hand those passes in. So we have in heat 19 in lane 1, Chiara Tomasello from the City of Manchester, Isabel Hartley in 2 from City of Salford, who's turned first in lane 2. That's Morgan Gaskell French in lane 3 from Leyland Barracudas, and Alexandra Livingston in lane 4 from Carnforth. In 5 we have Jessica Law from Southport, and in 6 Elizabeth Wafer from Preston. In 7 is Rebecca Dawson from the City of Manchester, and down in lane 8 Jennifer Green from Wigan Best. And over there in lane 2 is Isabel Hartley from the City of Salford, who's probably got a metre or so lead from Chiara Tomasello in lane 1. Chiara's been swimming very well this weekend and is probably going to challenge down the final 50. But it is Isabel Hartley who turns for home in 1:40.95 over there in lane 2. And the race is on, and now starting to come through also in lane 6 is Elizabeth Wafer from Preston. Maybe starting to get back on terms, as is Jessica Law in lane 5 from Southport. The race is really on now between these 3 girls. It's Isabel Hartley, Jessica Law and Elizabeth Wafer. Isabel over in lane 2, just keeping in front of also a fast finishing Chiara Tomasello over in lane 1. But it is Isabel Hartley that's going to finish first. Chiara Tomasello in lane 1, and near neighbour finishes second in 2:16.38. And that result is now confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to heat 20. Underway in heat 20, lane 1, Hannah Sheehan, Wigan Best. Anna Dutton from Leyland Barracudas is in 2. And Simone Elson from Pioneer 79 is in 3. In 4 we have Neve Knowles from Bolton Metro, and in 5 Chloe Quarton from Crosby. Pioneer 79's Leah Williams is in 6, and Alicia Hogan from Bolton Metro in 7. And in lane 8, Amelia McLaren from the City of Salford. And turning first is lane 5 that set a really strong pace, 30.73. Chloe Quarton from Crosby. She's almost 3/4 of a second in front of Hannah Shearer over in lane 1. Lane 1 does appear to have been quite quick in these 200-metre freestyle heats. It is lane 5, Chloe Quarton from Crosby. And also down here in lane 8, Amelia McLaren from the City of Salford, trying to get back on terms down this second 50. I think Chloe's probably got a 2-metre lead as we come into the halfway turn. 1:05.42 as she turns. Still 3/4 of a second in front of her nearest competitor, which is now Amelia McLaren down in lane 8 from the City of Salford. And also over in lane 1 starting to make a move is Hannah Sheehan from Wigan Best. Also Simone Nelson in lane 3 from Pioneer 79 looking back to get back on terms. I think it is over in lane 1 now, Hannah Sheehan from Wigan Best that's had a really storming third 50, along with Simone Nelson in lane 3 as we come down to the turn, the final turn. It's lane 1, lane 3. And Amelia McLaren still actually holding on to a lead in lane 8, so very little to choose between these 3 ladies. Half a second covers all 3 of them. The race is on. Amelia McLaren kicking for home. I think she's actually pulled out a little bit of an extra lead over lane 1, lane 3, and also finishing strongly. Chloe Quarton has found a second breath, and she's fighting for that second place, but I think it's between Amelia McLaren and Hannah Sheehan, but Amelia McLaren is going to get it, and she is going to touch in 2:16.26 from Lane 1, Hannah Sheehan, 2:17.56. Third place was the fast finishing Corey Corn from Crosby. The outside lanes proving to be very fast in these 200 metre freestyle heats. That result is confirmed on the board, and we're on to heat 21. In lane 1, Eve Richings from Liverpool Penguins. Oldham Aquatics, Ella Bergin-Williams in 2. Pioneer 79's Isabel Cockram in 3. Olivia Heron from Worsley in 4. And Jessie Robson from Blackpool Aquatics is in 5. Jessica Morgan from Southport is in 6. And in 7 we have Charlotte Hume from the City of Manchester. And in 8, Alyssa Gornall from Leyland Barracudas. Who turns first? Isabel Cochran from Pioneer 79, 31.03. 5 100s in front of lane 6, Jessica Morgan from Southport. They're all virtually in a line as we come down halfway down the second lane. Maybe lane 6, Jessica Morgan starting to edge in front, along with Jessie Robson from Blackpool Aquatics. He's probably going to win. Lane 6 and lane 5, Jessie Morgan and Jessie Robson. Jessica Morgan that turns first, but only just in front of Jessie Robson. The lanes 6 and 5 leading it out down the third 50. And lane 7, Charlotte Hume from the City of Manchester looking to get back on terms, as is Alyssa Gornall from Leyland Barracudas in 8, so it's the pool is split 2 ways, 1, 2, 3, 4 fighting it out, and 5, 6, 7 and 8 fighting it out for the lead. Jessie Robson and Jessica Morgan, 5 and 6, look like they're going to turn 1 or 2, maybe not, maybe lane 7. Here's lane 7, Charlotte Hume, that actually turns for home first, 1:40.34. But very little between Jessie Robson, Jessica Morgan and Charlotte Hume. Maybe that Charlotte Hume has timed it very well indeed. She's just starting to pull a little bit away from Jessica Morgan and Jessie Robson. She's pulled out a metre over Jessie Morgan. And Jessie Robson just half a metre behind Jessica Morgan. But it is lane 7, Charlotte Hume from the City of Manchester touches first, 2:13.63. Second in front of Jessie Morgan from Southport in lane 6. And third place, Jessie Robson from Blackpool Aquatics, 2:15.39. That result is confirmed on the board, and we're on to heat 22.
Through the first 25. Senna Duncan from Liverpool Penguins seems to have had the strongest start. Next to her in lane number 7 is Alexander Carr from Blackpool Aquatics, and in 6 we've got Jodie Gittings from Tilsley, and Jane Nuttall from City of Salford, she's in 5, Richard Bailey from Ringham Best is in 4, Olivia Arms from Preston in 3, Lizzie Woodcock, Charlie Marlins, she's in lane number 2. Next to her, in lane number 1, over there, is Victoria Dawson from Southport. But it's lane 5 and 6, Jane Nuttall, Jodie Gittings, taking the early lead away from Anna Duncan. And she turns in 3rd. It's still anybody's race. Through 125 metres. Anna Duncan is starting to make her way back to Jade Nuttall and Jodie Gittings. As is, over on the far side, Victoria Dawson, Lizzie Woodcock, Olivia Arms. On the 150 turn, there isn't a great deal in it. even though Jodie Gittins from Tilsley, she turns first. Probably about a second. It was separating everybody. But as we come through 175, it's now Lizzie Woodcock from Chorley Marlins who's starting to increase her pace. And as we come down into the last 5 metres, it is going to be Jodie Gittins that takes it from Lizzie Woodcock. 2:12.05, 2:12.60. Anna Duncan, good race by her down in lane 8, and we have confirmation of the result. Heat 23. First 50. In lane number 1, we've got Sydney Bairstow from Blackpool Aquatics. In lane 2, Lucy Hanford from Leyland Barracudas. Neve Wilger from Southport. She's in 3. And in lane number 4, Alana Hedges from the City of Manchester. In lane number 5, Abby Jones from Southport. Lane 6, Hannah Head, City of Manchester. Lane 7, Josie Carroll. She's from Southport. And Holly Salisbury from Carnforth down here in lane number 8. It was Josie Carroll at the 50 turn, 30.34. From Alana Hedges and Holly Salisbury. It's going to be lane 4, Alana Hedges. She's going to turn first from Josie Carroll. The first 4 swimmers after the turn, there is not much in it. As we come down towards the 150 turn, there isn't much between the first 6. Lane 6, Hannah Head from the City of Manchester is starting to come back, as is Neve Wilger in lane number 3. So it's going to be on this turn, who gets the best turn. As though Alana Hedges is just managing to keep this lead. She's just starting to put it out. Neve Wilger in lane number 3. And Abby Jones is going to be touch and go for the second place. Josie Carroll down here in lane number 7. She's going to get the second from Abby Jones from Southport. Of that result. Heat 24. Entry times around 2:07.30 to 2:09.90. Separates all 8 swimmers. As we go through the first 50 turn, it's Ella Johnson from Southport, 29.88. Alice Fox, the Bobcats. Lane number 5, she turns in second. Mia Greenoff from lane number 1, 40.34. It's Ella Johnson maintaining her lead, albeit small. Halfway turn, 1:02.96. It was a very good turn by Alice Fox off the wall. The takes her right back into contention, if not into the lead. As we come down into the turn, it's going to be lanes 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's Alex Fox that turns first. From Ella Johnson, from Hannah Kelso and Emily Smallwood. And at this point, lactic is going to start to be building. Your lungs are going to be burning. So who's got the stroke and the kick? As we come into the last 5 metres, it's going to be Alice Fox, Jessica Sloan, who had an unbelievable last 50 metres. And then we have confirmation of the result. Heat 25. First 50. We're in lane number 1. We've got Emily Lawrence from Preston, Ola White from Everton in 2, Rihanna Bennett from City of Manchester in 3, Anna Doherty from Bolton Metro in 4, Boardman, City of Salford in 5, Chloe Golding from City of Manchester in 6, Emma Whittingham from Southport in 7, Megan Lever from Pioneer 79. She's down here in lane number 8. As we come into the turn at halfway, it is Anna Doughty from Bolton Metro, turns in 1:02.11 from Laura Boardman, 600 to the second faster. But there isn't much between 6-7 swimmers. It's not going to be on this turn. On this last 50, you'll see who's just got that edge. And it's Rihanna Bennett from City of Manchester who turns first, from Chloe Golding. It's Chloe Golding starting to edge out. She's got 2 metres. Rihanna Bennett, teammate. And then Laura Boardman in 5. Confirmation of the result, and there we have it. And that brings us to the end of our heats for today. And we now move on to our finals. And our first final is event 805, the men's 10 and 11 years 50 metres freestyle.
Lane 1, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks from Carnforth, Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best in 2 and Robert Littler in 3 from Leyland Barracudas. Johnny Gibbs from Preston in 4 and Jake Christen from Stretford in 5. Mark Thompson from Bolton Metro in 6 and Joel Birtles from Oldham Aquatics in 7. And in 8 we have Joshua Walker from the City of Manchester Aquatics, who's taken an early lead. Maybe lane 4, Johnny Gibbs from Preston, but very little in it indeed. It's between Johnny Gibbs and Jake Christen from Stretford. Who's going to touch first? It's absolute dead heat. Johnny Gibbs and Jake Christen from Preston and Stretford respectively. And that result is confirmed on the board. Great swim from you two guys. And we're on to event 806, the men's 12 years old, 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, Oliver Colville from Preston, and 2, Bradley Snailen from Leyland Barracudas. Ruben Rebotham Keating from Stratford in 3, and Tom Artwright from Leyland Barracudas in 4. Lane 5, we have Zach Walmsley from Blackburn and City of Salford's Miles Paul in 6. Liam Carey from St Helens in 7, and Benjamin Houghton from City of Manchester in 8. And it's a stormy start from lanes 3 and 4. That's Ruben Rebotham Keating and Tom Artwright, and it looks like it's going to be between those two. Maybe lane 4 just touching first. He does. Tom Artwright from Leyland Barracudas, from Ruben Rebotham Keating from Stretford. Just 9 100s between those two, and that result is confirmed on the board. And we'll move on to event 807, the men's 13-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, Harry Robinson, Pioneer 79, Joseph Cameron Mansour from Crosby in 2, 3, Samuel Ellis from Altonskirk, Harry Rowland from Leyland Barracudas in 4, Ellis Cleworth in City of Liverpool in 5, and Nathan Holmes, Preston 6. Jake Reynolds 7 from Bolton Metro, and James Hanford from Leyland Barracudas in 8. And looking very strong in lane 4 is Harry Rowland from Leyland Barracudas. Appears to be between him, Ellis Cleworth, and Samuel Ellis. Who's going to touch first? It is Ellis Cleworth from City of Liverpool. Harry Rowland finishes second, and Samuel Ellis in 3rd place, but very little to separate all 3. And that result is now confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to event 808, the men's 14-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, Alfredo Lozano from Wigan Best. 2, Isaac Brennan from Bolton Metro. Ramsbottom's Kieran Tattersall in 3. Jack Fairhurst in 4 from the Isle of Man. Starting off fast in lane 5 is Joseph Burns from Prescott. Bolton Metro, Gabriel Glynn in 6, and Matthew Bodie up from City of Salford in 7, as is Russell Chavez in lane 8. But it appears to be lane number 4, Jack Fairhurst from the Isle of Man, who's sprinting away. Is he going to get the touch first? He does indeed. Jack Fairhurst from the Isle of Man, 26.86 from 27.16. Gabriel Glynn, Bolton Metro in lane number 6. And that result is now posted on the board, and we'll move on to event 809, the men's 15-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, Adam McKick, Bolton Metro, Keane Majai from Wigan Best in 2, Alex Howells from City of Manchester 2, Kayo Tanner, Preston 3, his teammate Daniel Holmes 5, Thomas Silk, Crosby in 6, and Luca Tomasello in 7 from City of Manchester. And in lane 8, Alfie Morris from Stretford, but it is Kayo Tanner, astonishingly quick down that first 25 metres, and he's pulled 3 or 4 metres clear of the rest of the field, which is impressive in this final. He touches first. 24.96, fantastic swim from Kayo. Daniel Holmes finishing in 2nd place, his teammate from Preston, and that result is confirmed on the board. Event 810 is the men's 16-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, Bradley Astles, Leyland Barracudas, Pioneer 79's Ben Turland in 2, Jordan O'Hara from Chorley Marlins in 3, 2 City of Salford swimmers in 4 and 5, that's Scott Proven and Jay Dennett, Owen O'Connor from Ormskirk in 6, and Jack Huddard from Blackburn in 7, Jack Stanley in 8 from Clitheroe. We look strongest down the one length we're having. It's lane 4, I think, which is Scott Proven from City of Salford. Is he going to get the touch first? He does. 25.66 from Jay Dennett. And Owen O'Connor, who finished second from Ormskirk, 25.8. And that is the result of event 810, the men's 16 metres, 50 metres freestyle final, which is confirmed on the board. And we'll move on to event 811, the men's 17 and over 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, Brody Hewson, Isle of Man, Callum Quigley, Oldham Aquatics in 2, Jacob Lee, Southport 3, James Oxborough, Bolton Metro 4, Joshua Thompson, Carnforth 5, Joel Watterson, the Isle of Man 6, Nathan Bennett, City Manchester 7, and Liam Carlin, Bootle in 8. I have to say that quick because they are going to be fast down this 50 metres. But it's lanes 3 and 4, Jacob Lee, James Oxborough. Is James Oxborough just going to get it? It's between those two. Who gets the touch? James Oxborough, 24.03 from Jacob Lee, 24.34 and 24.43 for Joshua Thompson from Carnforth. And that result is confirmed on the board. And over to you, Mark.
Our next finals are the women's 10 and 11 years 50 metres butterfly final. So in this final, we've got Zara Boland from Southport in lane number 1, Alex Edwards from Crosby in lane number 2, Sienna Renz from Crosby in lane number 3, Eve Pendlebury from City of Salford in 4, Amy Crompton Hesford from Wigan Best in 5, Ella Bloxage from City of Salford in 6, Elise Bruns from Liverpool Penguins in 7, and Emily Picton from Wigan Best in lane number 8. It's on lane number 4, Eve Pendlebury from the City of Salford. And she gets it from Amy Crompton Hesford and Alex Edwards. And just while we watch the replay, we just wait for the confirmation. And there we have the confirmation of the results. Our next final is for the women's 12 years, 50 metres butterfly. So over in lane number 1, we've got Jasmine Bracegirdle from Leyland Barracudas, Ella Prescott from Ormskirk in lane number 2, Hattie Varley from Clitheroe in lane number 3. Lane 4, Jessica Williamson, Wigan Best, Sophie Jones from Southport in 5, Lucy Turner from Clitheroe in 6, Rosie Linley from Leyland Barracudas in 7, Amy Grovestock from City of Salford in lane number 8. But it looks as though it's Jessica Williamson who's going to get the touch, and she does from Sophie Jones and Ella Prescott. And there we have the confirmation of the result. Our next final is for the 13 years women's 50 metres butterfly. In lane number 1, we've got Kirsten Dronsfield from City of Manchester, Rebecca Walsh from City of Salford. In lane 2, lane 3, Emma Haynes from Wigan Best. Lane 4, Chiara Tomasello from City of Manchester. Lane 5, Olivia Heron from Worsley. Lane 6, Meadow Dronsfield from City of Manchester. Lane 7, Brave Bayman from Wigan Best. And Ella Williams in lane number 8 from Pioneer 79. But it's going to be Chiara Tomasello from City of Manchester who takes the touch. And as we wait for the result, there it is, confirmed on the scoreboard. And moving on to our next final, which is the women's 14 years, 50 metres butterfly. Lane number 1, we've got Kate Leddy from Oldham Aquatics, Rosie Fordham from Bolton Metro, Isabel Williamson from Wigan Best, Charlotte Renz from Crosby, Mia Greenough from Wigan Best, Lily Duckworth from Pioneer 79, Kate Forster from Southport, and Kimberly Burston from Oldham Aquatics. But it's our lane 4 again, Charlotte Renz from Crosby, who looks as though she has the edge. And it's not, it's on the touch, and it's Mia Greenough from Wigan Best. There we have confirmation of that result as we move on to our next final, which is the women's 15 years, 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1, we've got Abby Jones from Southport. In lane 2, Charlotte Hume from Man City of Manchester. Holly White from Everton in lane 3. Pia Murray from Leyland Barracudas in 4. Lucy Hardy from Crosby in 5. Olivia Marshall from the Isle of Man in 6. Jodie Gittins from Tilsley in 7. And Simone Elson from Pioneer 79 in lane number 8. But it's Pia Murray who's got a 2 metre lead now over the rest of the field, and she's going to touch first, 28.18. From Lucy Hardy and Holly White. And there we have the confirmation of that result. And we move on to our next final, which is the women's 16 years, 50 metres butterfly. Lane number 1, we've got Martha Smith from Clitheroe, Chloe Cotton from Charlie Marlins in lane number 2, Leah Williams from Pioneer 79 in 3. Lane 4, Holly Rollinson from City of Manchester. Lane 5, Kezia Whittaker from the Isle of Man. Lane 6, Emily Lawrence from Preston. Lane 7, Imogen Bailey from Wigan Best. And lane 8, Ella Bergen-Williams from Oldham Aquatics. But it looks as though it could be lane 5, Kezia Whittaker. It's a dead heat between Holly Rollinson and Kezia Whittaker, 29.15. And there we have the confirmation of that result. Our second dead heat of the finals. And we move on to this last final of the women's butterfly, the women's 17 years and over, 50 metres butterfly. And in this final, we have Niamh Wilger from Southport in lane number 1, Emily Keys from City of Salford in 2, Rihanna Bennett from City of Manchester in 3, Jessica Calderbank from Oldham Aquatics in 4, lane 5, Molly Roodhouse from City of Manchester, lane 6, Ella Johnson from Southport, Emma Whittingham from Southport in 7, and Hannah Head in the city of Manchester in lane number 8. It looks as though it's going to be lane 4. Jessica Calderbank. She gets it from Molly Roodhouse. And as we look at the replay, we have the confirmation of that result. And we move on to our next final, which is the men's 10 and 11 years 100 metres butterfly final.
First of the 100 metres butterfly finals, we have in lane 3 Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool Aquatics, Robert Littler from Leyland Barracudas, and in lane 5 Joshua Walker from the City of Manchester. From memory, in the heat there was very little to choose between these 3 boys, but Robert Littler seems to be going out slightly faster than maybe Maxwell Sturziker, and they've been fighting all weekend for medals, these 2 boys. And Joshua Walker has also been in the mix. But as we come down to the 50 metre turn, it is Robert Littler that's going to turn first, 36.23. From sneaking into second place by 1/100th of a second, Joshua Walker from the City of Manchester. And Maxwell Sturziker in third place from Blackpool Aquatics. But they are fighting for second place because Robert Littler has pulled a good 5 metres clear as we enter the last 25 metres. Joshua Walker starting to look slightly stronger than Maxwell Sturziker. It has been a very, very long, warm weekend. Great swimming from Robert as he comes down into the last 5 metres under the flags, and he's going to touch first in lane 4 in a time of 1 minute 16.46, and Joshua Walker will finish in 1:21.27 from Maxwell Sturziker 1:24.09. And that result is confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to event 820. That's the men's 12-year-old 100 metres butterfly final. So we have 4 swimmers in this final. In lane 3, Alexander Volkovoy from the City of Salford, Ruben Rebotham Keating from Stratford in 4, St Helens Liam Carey in 5, and Luke Batty from Bolton Metro in 6. And it is Alexander Volkovoy, Ruben Rebotham Keating and Liam Carey that are taking it away virtually in a line down the first 50. All these 3 swimmers have having great swims all weekend. So still swimming strong at the end of a long weekend. It's credit to their coaches. But it's Ruben Rebotham Keating that turns slightly in front of Liam Carey from St Helens, but Liam is fighting back and maybe just edging it as we come into the final 25. It is Liam Carey from South St Helens that's just starting to edge Ruben Rebotham Keating and Alexander Volkovoy from City of Salford in 3rd. Liam starting to pull a metre clear as we enter the final 10 metres, and now into the last 5 under the flags. It is Liam Carey from St Helens that's going to come home first in a time of 1:12.02 from Ruben Rebotham Keating 1:13.74, and Alexander Volkovoy from the City of Salford 1:15.13. And a big cheer as Luke comes in lane 6. Fantastic swimming from Luke. Again, a long, hard weekend from Luke. Super. Just wait for that result to be confirmed, which it is now on the board. And we'll move on to event 821, the men's 13-year-old 100 metres butterfly final.
So in lane number 1, we've got Adam Tabernacle from Preston. Lane number 2, Ben Rogerson, also from Preston. Lane 3, Samuel Ellis from Ormskirk. And in lane 4, we've got Ellis Cleworth from the City of Liverpool. Lane 5, Henry Moore from Southport. Lane 6, Jake Reynolds from Bolton Metro. In lane 7, Max Adams from the City of Salford. And in lane 8, Charles Kelly from Southport. But it is Ellis Cleworth turning in first. It's powering away down this last 50. But the second place is not cut and dried, and it looks as though it might be Jake Reynolds as we come under the flags. He might take second place, and he does. He touches in second, 1:07.63 from Henry Moore. Southport at 1:08.37. We'll just wait for the confirmation of that result. And there we have it. Our next final is for the men's 14 years 100 metres butterfly. And so we go down this first 50. Jack Fairhurst from the Isle of Man in lane number 1. Mason Galley from Southport in lane number 2. Gabriel Glynn from Bolton Metro in 3. Adam Jones from Flixton in 4. Alex Keegan from Garston in 5. Isaac Brennan from Bolton Metro in 6. Edward Whittingham from Southport in 7. And Christopher Walker from the City of Manchester. He's in lane number 8. And it looks as though it's Adam Jones from Flixton. And he's got a 2-3 metre lead. And it's the second place. It's Gabriel Glynn from Alex Keegan. There we have the confirmation of the result. As we move on to our next final, which is the men's 15 years 100 metres butterfly.
In lane 1, Luca Tomasello from the City of Manchester Aquatics. In 2, Ewan Wilson from the City of Salford. And Carnforth's Thomas Dugdale in 3. Toby Ryland from the City of Liverpool in 4. And Thomas Silk from Crosby in 5. In 6, we have Jack Howard from Preston. And in 7, Alfie Morris from Stretford. And taking it out down the first 50, Toby Ryland has stormed it. And he turns in 28.16, over a second in front of Thomas Dugdale in second place in lane 3 from Carnforth. And Thomas Silk from Crosby, he turns third. But it continues to be Toby Ryland, City of Liverpool, who's pulled out a healthy 3 metre lead over the rest of the field, and it's a fight for second place. Who's going to get second place? It looks like it's between Thomas Dugdale and maybe Thomas Silk. But it is Toby Ryland that has taken this race by storm, and he's going to touch in 1 minute, 0.69 seconds from Thomas Dugdale in second place, 1:03.33, and third place Jack Howard from Preston, 1:03.34. So only 100th between second and third. Toby Ryland clear, and that result is confirmed on the board, and we move to our penultimate event, 8:24, the men's 16-year-old 100 metres butterfly final. In lane 2, Jack Stanley from Clitheroe and Marcus Day in 3 from City of Salford. In 4, William Camden, also from the City of Salford, and in 5, Joseph Niven from Southport. Lane 6, Jay Dennett from City of Salford, and in 7 from the Isle of Man, Peter Allen. It's looking like Marcus Day and William Camden from the City of Salford taking it down the first 50. I think we have some fantastic swimming this weekend, Mark. More credit to them for keeping going to this late hour. Turning at the bottom wall, it is Marcus Day, William Camden, City of Salford. And the City of Salford swimmers have swum really well this weekend, and they're almost going stroke for stroke as they come down into the final 20 metres. It is going to be between these two teammates, Marcus Day and William Camden. Maybe William just edging in front, but I'm sure Marcus Day won't let him go easily. Stroke for stroke into the final 5. It is William Camden, City of Salford, 1 minute 0.53 from Marcus Day, 1 minute 0.9. And in third place from Southport, Joseph Niven prevents a clean sweep. And that result is confirmed on the board, and we will move to our final event of today and the championships event 825, the men's 17 and over 100 metres butterfly final.
So as we get underway in this final of the final day, it's Nathan Bennett from the City of Manchester with his teammate lane number 2, Alistair Stout, and lane number 3, Ashley Hogg, lane number 4, Sam Horrocks, lane number 5, Thomas Payne, and lane number 6, we've got Anthony Everts. It's, a correction. It's Joshua Lambert in 6, Matthew George in 7, and Sam Goldrick in 8. But as we come down to the finish, it is Sam Horrocks, Thomas Payne, and Ashley Hogg. And that confirms a clean sweep of the board, with City of Manchester filling all for 4 places. And we'd like to thank our competitors for that final heat. And ladies and gentlemen, that draws to a close the championships for this year. And I'd like you to thank our team of technical officials for their service during this afternoon's session, and I invite them to leave the pool deck.